fans. When you're here in Tiger Country, you're in Hardy's Country, where goodness is served every day, on those perfect Clemson game days and all the rest in between. So any day you're craving a fan favorite,
which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit Talk About Vaping.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, excited.
Is it the dream of every New York kid to play at Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm speaking for every New York kid, legendary arena, legendary history, college basketball. It's going to be fun.
What memories do you have of being in this building?
I met LeBron in this building. And last year when I played here, Jimmy V Classic.
And does the newness ever go away, or does it still feel as new today as it did the first time you were here?
No, it definitely still feels new. Just excited, Yeah.
What do you want your teammates to know that have never played here, what it is to play at Madison Square Garden?
It's the best feeling. They're going to see today. How loud it's going to be in here, how intense, how fun it's going to be. They're going to see for sure.
How many tickets are you on the hook for tonight?
I think I had about 100, but I think I got more than 100 people coming.
I don't know if I know that many people myself. Where are they all coming from?
Definitely the Bronx, Harlem. They come from everywhere.
In particular, is there somebody that means the most to you that will come see you play tonight?
Everybody, all my family. They're all coming, so I just can't wait to show them, what we've been working on and get them a dub.
Let's talk about your game a little bit. I feel like you're a little more aggressive offensively here of late. Is that the case?
Yeah, for sure. Just being assertive, knowing where I fit in. I feel like we all understand what the game plan is coming in. And, yeah.
I like the mid-range stuff. Yeah, I'd like to see more of it. You cool with that?
For sure.
What about that shot? Is that something that's always been in your tool bag, if you will?
It's there. I take what the defense gives me, Just being aggressive, being assertive. It opens up the floor for everybody because then they got to respect it. And now my teammate might be open, or the lob might be there because the big has to respect it. So it's just different stuff that opens the floor up for us and creates good opportunities for us.
So close at Duke, unable to pull it off at Cameron Indoor. Yet it seems like, and it's a week ago, does that game still fuel you in some ways?
For sure. It happens. It's basketball, it's life. You got to take the good with the bad with the good. And, we're here now, so we're about this one.
All right, my friend. By the way, if you could go in the concession stand tonight, and watch the game, what would you have to watch the game?
Cheeseburger.
Thanks, Boogie.
Thank you.
Fland. Boogie, Sean was talking to Boogie about the mid-range game. That was utterly incredible in the second half against Duke. Sean's right. A little more of that, and maybe that's what got him going against the Duke Blue Devils. So Boogie Fland knocks down those jump shots, helped get Florida back in the game. Did come up short against the Blue Devils, 67-66 was your final score 1 week ago tonight. We are now just inside 25 minutes from tip-off. We can officially let you know that. Duke not playing tonight. It's the Gators and the UConn Huskies from Madison Square Garden. Still to come here on Tower Hill Tip-Off Show across the Gator Sports Network from Learfield. We'll hear from head coach Todd Golden. But up next, we'll dive deeper into this Florida Gator basketball team this year and their matchup with the UConn Huskies tonight. Plus, a trip around college basketball. Did anyone see what Iowa State did to Purdue over the weekend at Mackey? Whoa. All that's next. Across the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college hoops fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of game day spirit. From the couch to courtside, Evan Williams is with you for every tip-off and buzzer beater. Because we might be divided by the score, but we're united by the pour. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and make this extra-aged Kentucky bourbon a part of your game day tradition. Go Gators! Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus, enjoy responsibly.
We all do it. You keep singing the wrong lyrics to a song, even though you know they're wrong. You stick with them.
So, what you're saying is, it's I love you, babe, and not lasagna, babe?
Reminds me of how people might be sticking with the wrong insurers. But switching to Geico can get you the right coverage for the right price.
Oh, man. This whole time, I thought Fire in My Heart was referencing the heartburn from the lasagna.
I hate to break it to you, mate.
It feels good to get it right. It feels good to Geico.
The home of the orange and blue. This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Students, alum, and diehards who bleed orange and blue. VyStar Credit Union and UF Athletics are teaming up to earn you more green. Sign up for the VyStar UF Gators credit card and get up to 20% off select Gators home game tickets. Plus, you can get a $150 bonus and up to 3% cash back on purchases when you use your new card. Whether you swipe at the swamp or tap around town, earn more. Visit VyStarCU.org to learn more. VyStar Credit Union. Go Gators. Get cash back. Federally insured by NCAA. Bonus offer subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit VyStarCU.org for full details.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
I'm Kevin Winter on the Tower Hill Tip-Off Show. Meldon Law, the official injury and accident law partner of the Gators, is proud to sponsor the Charity Stripe campaign to benefit the Ronald McDonald House Charities of North Central Florida. Meldon Law has been serving the North Central Florida community since 1971, and for every free throw the Gators men and women make this season at home, Meldon Law will donate $19.71 to the Ronald McDonald House Charities. To date, the Gators men and women have made free throws for a total donation of $2,996. Thank you, Meldon Law. It's the Gators and the UConn Huskies coming up from game number 2 at Madison Square Garden at the Jimmy V Classic. BYU at the buzzer with a 67-64 victory over Clemson in game 1. Welcome in ESPN college basketball senior writer Myron Metcalf, who joins us. Myron, the Gators team, they're 5-3. Losses to now number 1 Arizona, and then a slip up to TCU last Tuesday night. 1-point road loss at Cameron to then number 4 Duke. What do you make of the Gators so far this season?
Well, I think it all starts with the expectations, right? Like, I think you had to wait until the season to realize how good Walter Clayton Jr. was, right? Elijah Martin, Will Richard. Like, those guys are in the pros for a reason. They were that good. And then you bring in some new faces, and it just takes more time to gel. I mean, I think there are things that Todd Golden is trying to figure out between Davian Lee and Boogie Flan. That combination, I don't think has worked out the way that anyone anticipated. The front court is really, really good, as most people would imagine. But they've run into some tough competition so far. The question now is between early December and March, how much progress will this team make? They made a gigantic leap a year ago in that same stretch. The question is whether or not they can do that again.
I want to go back to Boogie in a moment, but you mentioned the front court. In today's day and age of college basketball, how hard or what challenges are presented by having your backcourt be the predominant offensive part of your unit? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, having a front court like that, I think that's the anchor of any team in college basketball. Like in the NBA, everybody's a guard, right? Everybody's a perimeter player. Yeah. But I do think the front court is sort of the foundation. The challenge is if you're getting most of your scoring from your backcourt, while that takes a lot of pressure off your front court, it also changes the way people guard teams, right? And just the way they press teams. The front court can't do a whole lot if the backcourt isn't effective. And I think that's why it's so important. Yeah, you look back at last year, there was so much synergy between both. And this year, Alex Condon, Thomas Hawk, they're playing like All-Americans. Clearly the pieces are there. It's whether or not you can build that same synergy between the two units, which is what happened last year during that national championship run.
Seth Greenberg, when I spoke with him last week before the Duke game, he referenced the amount of turnovers that Thomas Hawk and Alex Condon have had so far this season. Have you seen the same thing? If you're putting the ball in the hands of the big guys more often and you're asking them to have it in their hands, that's where some turnovers, and as good as they have been, that's where their adjustment has to come in. You seeing that as well?
Yeah, but last year, if you watched Florida, they played a lot through those guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, those guys had the ball in their hands a lot. Alex Condon was always in the middle of the court, in the middle of the floor, in that Florida offense. Here's my response to that. Is it more pressure on them? Yes. But the two guys you just named are two future pros, right? Like, if this is tough at this level, imagine the NBA. So I think part of it is those guys can play at a certain level, and they have to adjust. The other part of it is teams are saying, we're not as worried about your backcourt, and we're going to pressure these front court guys to commit these turnovers and to really discombobulate your offense. So I think it's easier to do that with a team that has a bunch of new faces where they're still trying to figure out how to play together.
It's a great point. ESPN's Myron Metcalf, ESPN senior college basketball writer, is our guest as we get set for UConn in Florida coming up at Madison Square Garden. Back to Boogie Fland. I think he bought $1,000 worth of tickets for this game. He's coming home. Yeah. He's from the area. I watched Boogie Myron in the second half against Duke, and I said the next day, this is a kid who might have just unlocked his season. What did you see from Boogie in almost the turn of a switch in those final 15 to 10 minutes at Cameron a week ago tonight?
Everything I saw from him in high school, everything I saw from him when he was healthy last year, and everything I expect to see this year. Like with Boogie, it ain't a talent thing. It's not a motor thing. I think for Boogie, sometimes it's when do you shift the car into that next gear? But when he does it, he's very difficult to stop. And I think you saw that in that game. Like, this isn't some guy who everyone's expecting to need a bunch of time to get accustomed to maybe playing at this level, playing with the defending national champion. Like, Boogie Fland has been him for a long time, and I think you saw that. The question is, can you see that more often? I think pairing him with Xavier Lee is obviously a challenge. I think it would be for any two guards who are used to running the show. But I think they need more of that Boogie Fland to reach their ceiling. Florida's not going to be at its best unless Boogie is at his best. Like, ultimately, that's what it comes down to. And it was the same thing a year ago. Florida was never going to be at its best until Walter Clayton Jr. was at his best. And I think you have the same challenge this year. And I think Boogie has to give more than flashes of what you saw against Duke. He's got to do that consistently every day.
I think it's an opportunity as well for him, Myron. Tonight, you're going back home to Madison Square Garden. You play in a building like that, and especially if you're playing a road game. Don't tell me it's a neutral site game tonight. That's a road game with all those UConn fans. You're going to need that dude who says, guys, give me the damn ball. And I think that to me, that's a part of the encouraging side where he said in Cameron, in a hostile environment, guys, give me the damn ball. I'm going to get us back in this game.
And he has to do the same thing against UConn. Here's the challenge. I hope Todd Golden doesn't let him interact with anybody from back home until after the game. Because as much as he's excited, and there are going to be fans from all over the place who want to see Boogie come home, that can also become a distraction. You and I both know that. So the question is Boogie going to play to his potential and focus on what he has to do, or is Boogie going to get caught up in the atmosphere, the environment, everybody in the stands? He's got to block all that out to try to get a win against a very, very good UConn team in New York City.
A lot easier said than done, but you're right. You got to block it out tonight. UConn in Florida, the Gators taking on the Huskies. Gators coming in 18th ranked in the country. UConn is number 5. As for the Huskies, Myron Metcalf, just how good is UConn? I watched them when they had a victory. It was at Kansas over the weekend, I think it was. There's been so many great matchups. They take down Kansas. How good is this UConn team?
Yeah, they beat Kansas on the road. They held off BYU in a really tough game. They lost to the number 1 team in America, in Arizona, right? Nothing really upsetting about that run. I think Hurley has his type of team. They're very, very good defensively. I think Solo Ball's kind of coming into his own. You know what you get out of Alex Caravan. Braylon Mullins, the 5-star freshman, is starting to figure it out. That should be the scariest thing, I think, for the rest of America, is after the injury he suffered, now he's starting to get comfortable. I think their biggest question mark is whether or not Terrence Reed Jr. plays. Like, if you don't have Terrence Reed out there, that changes who they are as a team. He's been practicing. Will he be available? Because you're going up against one of America's top front courts, and that will be a factor. But this team is going to come in with the ultimate confidence because they just went to Allen Fieldhouse, and they left with a victory. You can't really tell UConn anything after a win like that.
No, you can't, especially the first time in program history that ever beaten Kansas. How good has the beginning of the season to the college basketball year been with all these ranked-on-ranked matchups?
It's just been incredible. Like, more of it, right?
Give me more.
How dare we deprive the fans of these matchups? And I hope we can do this more often. I do worry about some of the mid-majors or sort of lesser Power 4 teams getting squeezed out, but give me UConn versus Florida. Give me, Duke playing in all these top teams and BYU, and give me all those matchups, And I think you're seeing people pay attention to college basketball, and the 5-star freshmen who are going to be future pros help with that. But you're seeing an attention level on this game that we haven't seen since Zion Williamson played, and I think that's a good thing for the health of the sport.
It kind of gets lost in the shuffle this past weekend. Obviously, you've got the NFL, but from the college ranks, you had college football championship weekend. Dude, what the hell happened to Purdue? They got dog-walked at home by Iowa State.
Yeah, I think Iowa State's just that good. I mean, the lopsided nature of it, no one anticipated, but Iowa State is forcing turnovers on nearly 3 out of 10 of its opponent's possessions. So that means 10 times you come down the floor against Iowa State, 3 times you're going to commit a turnover, which is incredible when you think about how good they've been defensively. And I tell you what, people aren't talking about Joshua Jefferson right now. He's not maybe getting the same NBA buzz as some of the 5-star freshmen. There's some other veterans that people are talking about at other teams. Joshua Jefferson is playing some of the best basketball in the country, and that Iowa State team can beat anybody that they face, and I think they proved that.
It's a great start to the season. The top half of the AP poll, in fact, go down to about top 18, whatever you want to call it. It's just absolutely stacked and loaded. Myron Metcalf, ESPN college basketball senior writer, is our guest. Myron, it is awesome to catch up with you. I greatly appreciate a few minutes, my man. Miss you a bunch and love talking ball with you. Thanks, man.
No, man, always great to talk to you, too.
ESPN college basketball senior writer Myron Metcalf. Iowa State, by the way, up 6 spots this week to number 4 in the AP poll. The Gators get number 5, UConn at MSG. We hear from Todd Golden next across the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles reminds you to stay in the game and play by the rules. Texting and driving is against the law. One text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving around twice the length of a basketball court with your eyes closed. To win while driving, you must focus. Put it down and focus on driving to arrive alive.
International Diamond Center is proud to be the first and only official jeweler of the Florida Gators. This is Florida's premier jeweler. IDC's selection is second to none with direct importer prices on exquisite diamonds, world-renowned designer engagement rings, one-of-a-kind fashion jewelry, and elegant Swiss timepieces. Gators fans deserve the best, and IDC delivers with world-class service and the strongest warranties in the industry. International Diamond Center, where Gator Nation shops for jewelry.
The home of the orange and blue. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
My husband Steve was diagnosed with prostate cancer. They only gave him months to live. That was years ago. Now, he's out there, under the tree. Nature photography is his thing. And apparently, so is catching poison ivy.
Oof, so itchy. UF Health, human progress has no finish line.
Good Greek, moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and I'm proud to announce that Good Greek is a proud supporter of Florida Gators basketball. The Gators have a long tradition of winning, and they just made another great move by partnering up with the Good Greek. Be a part of the winning team. Simply dial ** Greek from your cell or go to goodgreek.com. Good Greek Moving and Storage, proud sponsors of Florida Gators basketball.
Good Greek, moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
I'm Kevin Winter on the Tower Hill Tip-Off Show. Tip-Off is right around the corner for the Gators and the Huskies. Short time ago, the head coach of the Gators, Todd Golden, spoke with Sean Kelly.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, welcome to Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. It's great to be here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. And obviously it's been a good preseason for us so far, playing a lot of really difficult matches in some pretty cool venues. Last week being in Cameron and coming back here to New York, playing in Madison Square Garden. First time for me, being back in here competing since 2004 as a member of the St. Mary's Gales, and really proud to be leading Florida's team into this place tonight.
They don't just schedule anybody for this event, Coach. How are you wearing that honor, if you will, of being in the Jimmy V and being in the nightcap, the premier game?
Absolutely. It's kind of a message we've been talking to our guys about, getting selected by the SEC, to compete against Duke in the ACC-SEC Challenge was a big compliment. And then, being invited by ESPN to compete against UCONN, who, they call this building Store South for a reason. They play pretty well in here and play here a lot. And, for them to bring us up from Florida to compete here is really special and not something that we take lightly.
And neither will they, Coach. Of course, the great matchup last spring, the last two champs here going head-to-head. What a worthy opponent for you guys.
Absolutely. And they're playing good ball already this year. Top 10 team. They've dealt with an injury or two, in their front court. We expect them to be fully healthy tonight. But as you mentioned, just a program that really understands winning. It's in their DNA. They obviously won the 2 national championships before we did. And I think when you look at Florida and you look at UConn, 2 of the best programs in America right now.
Coach, there are players on both teams that were a part of that last March. These are 2 different teams, though. How are the Huskies and the Gators different in this matchup than what we saw 6-7 months ago?
Similar in the sense of, guys in new roles. For them, Solo Ball and Caravan are their go-to guys. And they were playing that role a little bit last year as well. For us, our returners are stepping into bigger roles than they were last year. And, both programs went out and found some guys that they thought would be good fits to kind of complement and play around those players. And, I think both teams are still trying to figure themselves out a little bit. I don't think either team has played their best basketball yet. But, I think both these programs will be there when it's all said and done in March.
Todd, speaking of figuring some things out, it looks like Boogie Flan might be figuring out a couple of things. Do you see that?
I think he's playing well, and obviously scored the ball really well in the second half of the Duke game, and I thought he controlled the game very well. I thought he played a great floor game, and did a really good job of getting us a lead there late in the second half. And we knew it was going to be an adjustment period for guys like Boogie and Xavier Lee, and they're so kind of getting comfortable within our system. And again, we haven't taken it easy on ourselves. We played some pretty good clubs in some difficult venues, and again, all we're trying to do with this non-conference schedule is give ourselves a great chance to be prepared for SEC play here in a couple weeks.
Last thing, Coach, it's been a week since you played. Good thing or bad thing?
I think it's a good thing. I think coming off that, the Thanksgiving trip and then going out to Cameron, we were pretty fatigued after that game, and it was obviously an emotional game and gave us a chance to kind of get our legs back under us before coming up here. Had a good week of practice. I think some guys are starting to get a little more confident, and again, we got to play really well tonight if we want to give ourselves a great chance to win.
Coach, thanks.
Thanks, Sean.
All right, there you go. Todd Golden with Sean Kelly. Tip-off for the world's most famous arena in the Jimmy V Classic. The Gators and the Huskies is next across the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
We've all been there. You hold onto a coupon, hoping to cash it in at the store, but then you forget about it. And suddenly you've got a mountain of useless expired coupons.
Do you think this one's still good? Free milk.
Oh, mate, that expired in 1993.
Dang it.
Fortunately, there are better ways to save money, like by switching to Geico. You could save about $900 on car insurance without ever touching a coupon.
Ooh, how about this one? Half off floppy disks.
Now, you should try a bit of spring cleaning.
It feels good to save big. It feels good to Geico.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get 1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through January 5th, 2026. Offer entitles 1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with standard retailer lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
This is Florida basketball from Learfield.
Calling all Gators, students, alum, and diehards who bleed orange and blue. ViStar Credit Union and UF Athletics are teaming up to earn you more green. Sign up for the ViStar UF Gators credit card and get up to 20% off select Gators home game tickets. Plus, you can get a $150 bonus and up to 3% cash back on purchases when you use your new card. Whether you swipe at the swamp or tap around town, earn more. Visit ViStarCU.org to learn more. ViStar Credit Union. Go Gators. Get cash back. Federally insured by NCAA. Bonus offer subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit ViStarCU.org for full details.
What's up, guys? It's Thomas Houck with men's basketball.
Puts his head down, spins with a dribble, right side of the lane, to the rack, and a two-hand dunk for Thomas Houck.
One full behind-the-scenes access to everything Florida Gators for free. Check out Gators Plus and experience your favorite Gators athletes and teams like never before. Head to floridagators.com/watch and check out shows like Car Wash Convos, Road to Game Day, and Gator Life, as well as fan favorites like This Is the Swamp, Gator Boys, and Blue Collar Baseball. Check it out today and support your favorite Florida Gators.
following is a Learfield presentation of the Gators Sports Network.
This is Florida Gators head basketball coach Todd Golden, and I'd like to thank these major partners that bring you this radio broadcast of Gators basketball: Meldon Law, UF Health, and Wells Fargo. Now, here's the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly.
Okay, let's do this. Welcome to Madison Square Garden. And from New York City tonight at the Jimmy V Classic, it's 18th-ranked Florida versus 5th-ranked UConn. The Huskies and the Gators renew acquaintances for the first time since a thriller on March the 23rd. The Gators, with a win, were on their way to the Sweet 16 and eventual national champions. And so tonight, for the first time in a long time in college basketball, we have a rematch of the defending national champions. They've combined for the last 3, UConn winning 2, Florida most recently, obviously, earlier this year. And tonight we get our third top 5 matchup already for the Gators, still searching for that first one of the season. Hi again, everybody. Steve Egan is our engineer here at the Garden tonight with Lee Humphrey. I'm Sean Kelly. Let's tee it up, brother. We've waited a long time to play this game tonight. A big test for the Gators in that rematch that we all enjoyed back in March.
I can't wait for this game, Sean. All day we've been waiting to watch a great game tonight. We had a great game against BYU, the game winner before us, and now it's our turn.
All right, so the Gators tonight, again at 5-3, go up against a UConn team that's 8-1. It's a homecoming for Boogie Fland, and a chance for him to shine in his hometown. But for the Gators here on a big stage, the prime game of the Jimmy V Classic, a chance for them to reassert themselves at the top of college basketball after narrowly missing at Cameron Indoor a week ago.
We missed a great opportunity at Cameron, but tonight we've got a chance to really make our mark, and our team get a victory that they can build on going into the Christmas break and conference season.
Keys to the game for the Gators if they want to pull this off tonight.
It's key tonight, Sean, that we play a quality offensive game. We've got to take care of the ball. UConn does. We've got to make sure we don't turn it over. We've got to have a good assist-to-turnover ratio. We've got to make UConn guard sometimes late in the shot clock, and it's a game tonight, Sean, where we got to make some shots. To beat a good team, you got to shoot it well.
Yeah, the Gators are dead last in the Power 4 conferences as far as three-point shooting goes, but they're 9th and best in the country at defending the 3. So while the 3s haven't been going in for the Gators, they're at least not getting beat by the 3 on most occasions. Let's get to the starting lineups. Are being introduced right now in front of a packed Garden. The starting line is brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of the Florida Gators. We'll start with the Gators tonight. Usual starting 5 here for Todd Golden. He's used it in all but one game this season. Xavier Lee and Boogie Fland at the guards. Fland from the Bronx, Archbishop Stepinac High School, and coming off of a 16-point performance against the Blue Devils. Thomas Houck will make tonight his 16th career start. He's on the wing. And then in the pivot, Alex Condon, the junior out of Australia, and Ruben Chinyelu, the 6'10" junior out of Nigeria, transfer from Washington State. Lee, Fland, Houck, Condon, and Chinyelu for the Gators. Meanwhile, for Dan Hurley and the 8-1 UConn Huskies, they get a big one back tonight. Terrace Reed, their starting center, who's missed their last 2 with a sprained ankle, out of St. Louis, re-enters tonight already with a double-double in just 4 games played due to injury. Otherwise, their usual 4. Solo Ball and Silas Demery. Demery, a transfer from Georgia. Those are your guards. Jalen Stewart, 6'7" junior out of Seattle on the wing. And then their captain, Alex Caravan, also a wing player, redshirt senior, with a career record of 123. 100 wins, 23 losses for Caravan here in his 4th year. 5th year technically, but 4th on the floor for the Huskies. Ball, Demery, Stewart, Caravan, and Reed for UConn. Our officiating crew tonight here at MSG, Doug Schaus is the crew chief, James Breeding and Marquise Pettigrew also on the whistle. The Gators are in the orange tonight. Orange jersey, orange shorts. The Gators football helmet script in royal blue across the chest. Numbers and letters also on the back in the royal blue. And then the helmet stripe ribbon down each side of the shorts. UConn will wear home whites tonight in this, what they would call their 3rd home. They play in 2 different arenas in the Hartford area, Stores in Hartford, and then now here at MSG. Dark blue letters and numbers with Connecticut across the chest. It'll be Reed and Chinyelu in the center jump circle. We were scheduled to start at 9. It's 9:32. So thanks for staying up late for us, which we anticipate you'll be thankful that you did. 8th all-time meeting, and we're underway at the Garden. And UConn has won the opening tap. They'll shoot at the end to our left. and toward the Gators bench in the first half. Up top, here's Demery. We know him from his last 2 years at Georgia. Through the right wing, and they'll feed the low post. Touch for Reed here, blocked right, turns into a left hook, and scores. Square center in the lane. That's how this one starts, 2-0 UConn.
Going right to Reed. Want to get him involved early with him missing some games.
High middle pick and roll here for the Gators. Flan down the right slot, walled off by Reed. Turns, throws out top of the arc to Condon. Condon to his right, dribble handoff for Lee. Trying to turn the corner. Can't, dribbles behind the back. Releases to Houck behind him. Straight away deep three for Houck. That's way off, and ricochets into the hands of Demery for UConn. Down the left side of the floor and fouled on the near wing by Boogie Flan. First foul comes in 19-14.
Boogie just a little too aggressive with his defense. There is no reason to have his hands on Demery like that.
He had help coming. He just couldn't see it. Everybody else was behind his back. Inbound from the near sideline. Demery on the dribble, top of the arc. Dribble handoff to his right. Holding there his solo ball. Down to Stewart. Back to Demery on the right angle. Guarded by Flan. Flip it to Reed, top of the key. Steps right of the circle. Now retreats behind the three-point line. Downhill he goes. Turns into Chinyalu. Twists by him. Goes up strong and scores. Just beat Rubin down the paint.
UConn cleared out the whole middle of the floor for Reed to go one-on-one from the top of the key.
His ankle looks pretty good. 4-0 Connecticut. Flan to the right elbow. Retreats now with a dribble behind the three-point line. Guarded by Ball. Bounce pass for Chinyalu, top of the arc. One bounce and a handoff for Lee. Lee draws Demery on a switch. Almost fumbled the dribble away. Takes it wing right. Hands it to Houck. 10 to shoot. Feed Condon. Back to the right wing and Lee on the catch. Dribbles hard to the foul line. Dumps it wing left for Houck. Spins with the dribble. Knocked loose in the paint. Grabbed by Houck. Shot clock at 1. Shovels out to Lee and they won't get the shot away. Shot clock violation committed for the 4th time this season by Florida, who has yet to get a decent look. Even though the Houck 3 was straight away, it was beyond his range. It's 4-0 Connecticut. Ball will bring it up this time. He's 6'4", 200 pounds. Over to Demery on the left sideline. Works off the screen by Stewart on the angle. Takes it over the top of the arc to his right. Now to the cutter. Off the baseline, Stewart. Catch and shoot 3, no good. Rebound Condon. Condon sends it to the left side of the floor in the left front court. Flan works off a Condon screen who pops and catches. Spins with a dribble, looking to the right wing. Takes the dribble to the right side of the lane. Bump. Turns, shoots, left hook, no good, but fouled by Caravan on the play. First on Caravan, first on the Huskies. And Condon will have 2 free throws, and the Gators will try and get their first points at 17-46.
Heads up play from Alex. He dribbled at Tommy. Tommy had the whole side of the floor free. Tommy cuts back door, but there's nothing there. And Alex takes his time. He backs down Caravan all the way underneath the rim for the easy attempt.
First free throw is good, and the Gators are on the board. 5-2 lead in this all-time series, favoring UConn. They won 5 of the last 6 in the series. Of course, the Gators won in the tournament last year in the round of 32 in Raleigh. No team in that game led by double figures. Second free throw, a lot of rim, but it goes in for Kondo, and it's 4-2. The Gators have cut it in half. Here's Demery in the right front court. Left-hand dribble. Trying to slap it away was Flan. Pass caught wing left by Ball. He'll feed for Reed. Block left, gets under the goal, dribbled it off his leg. Oh, they say it's off Chinyalu. Chinyalu, a better job defending on this possession. He'll stay with UConn. That never, and I guess they hit the foot of Rubin.
That's 3 touches for Reed. We've left him solo every time. We'll continue to watch how we guard him in the post.
Chinyalu tracking Reed. Inbound to the baseline. Caught by Reed. Block left. Turns, throws it out. Almost deflected by Houck. Here's Caravan. Dribbles into a 3 left wing. Good. That guy's a problem. Last 3 games, he has not shot the 3 well, but he finds a way.
Miscommunication on that ball screen.
7-2 UConn. Houck dribbles over the top of the arc. Dribble handoff for Lee. And an illegal screen at the top of the arc by Chinyalu's a turnover. And Handlock is going to come in and get Chinyalu out. And Rubin, who's been very good here of late, will sit down at 17-11. Let's see if Handlock can get on track. Scoreless his last 2 games and in 3 of the last 4. He hasn't been the same since the concussion. Demery from the right timeline goes to Ball. He dribbles over a Reed screen, top of the arc. Dumps it in, short rolling, and stolen. They try to feed Reed. Lee sinks, steals it, brings it up himself. Left-hand dribble, leaves her a slipping Condon, block to Handlockton, who catches and dunks. Great start for Handlockton at 7-4.
Lee fills 2 off the pick and roll and finds the seam for the cutter.
Coming up on the 16.5-minute mark here in the first half. Big crowd. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a sellout here tonight in New York. Demery worked right of a Caravan screen. Caravan will cut away. Here comes the catch from the left wing. And a quick feed off the wing screen roll for Reed, and he made it look easy going to the rim and scoring off the glass. He is a monster right now. Reed's got 6 of their 9 points. Condon hands it off to Houck, takes the dribble to the top of the arc, flips it to his left to Flan. Trying to turn the corner, can't against solo ball. 16 minutes left in the half. Handed off to Condon. This is all between the rings. Now a give to Houck, shoveling inside to a sinking Condon. Turns, right hook, deflected, ball loose. UConn's out of there with it. It almost was grabbed by Handlockton. Back it outside. Here's Ballwing left for 3. Too much. And a good block out by Lee. Tap the rebound as well to Handlockton on the baseline. Gators up the floor quickly. Feeding Houck on the left wing. Swinging to the right side of Lee. Lee with the left-hand dribble. Turns the left elbow. Picks it up, shoots, and scores. Got hit, got knocked down. Buries a 15-footer. It's 9-6 UConn.
See if that builds some confidence for Xavier. Knocked down to 3 next.
Subs waiting for both sides. We'll get to a media timeout likely before they're able to come in. Caravan from the right front court feeds Reed top of the arc. The big fella hands it off. Ball rises for 3, won't go. Rebounded by Florida. Chance to tie here. Houck looks the man off. Fumbled the dribble. Getting into the lane. Turned it over. Another Florida turnover. Here's Demery, top of the arc. Crossover off the high middle screen. Pushed off. Oh, and a blocking foul as he went down the right side of the lane. Looked like he pushed off on Boogie Flan. Blocking foul, and I think they're going to count the bucket. Yep, they are. Possible 3-point play when we come back. Demery lays it in. He'll have a free throw when we return. And the Gators have already picked up their second team foul here in the first half. We go to a break, 14:53 to go at MSG. UConn 11, Florida 6 on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Publix is here for all your tailgating needs. Publix can keep you chomping and cheering for your Gators from the tailgate to the O-Dome. Dig into our easy-to-share Publix sub platters. Grab an order of hot chicken wings from the deli. And savor some sweet treats from the Publix bakery. Remember to pick up all your tailgating favorites before tip-off at Publix, the official supermarket of the Florida Gators. Select items require advance notice.
The home of the orange and blue. This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by FDOT.
Did you know that Inner Circle members save more at Circle K? Sign up for free by downloading the Inner Circle app on your smartphone. New members save 25 cents per gallon on their first 5 fill-ups. The Geico broadcast booth from Madison Square Garden tonight. With Lee Humphrey, I'm Sean Kelly. 14:53 to go in the first half. Be a free throw for UConn in a moment. Huskies lead the Gators lead 11-6.
UConn has played the game they want to play to start this first segment. They've controlled the offense. They've gotten the ball to Reed. They're big man in good scoring positions. We've played him solo, man up, and he's taken advantage and scored around the basket. And then offensively, Sean, for us, everything looks hard right now. We're not creating any easy looks. We haven't been able to get out in transition on any missed opportunities from UConn. One reason why is they're 5 for 8 from the field. It's hard to get out and run when you can't stop them.
So Demery at the line here to shoot a free throw. Klomjar is the new Gator on the floor. Free throw no good, rebounded by Handlock. And so it remains 11-6. Nothing that's played the Gators so far is 3 turnovers. Up the high middle screen. Lee drives, leaves for the baseline cutter, and Connon was going to go flush it. Got airborne on the catch and was fouled. He'll get 2 more free throws. Demery picks up the foul.
Great look out of the timeout there, Sean. It's the first time tonight we've gone with a flat ball screen in the middle of the floor with everyone else flattened across the baseline. It's something we used to run a lot when I played with Coach Donovan, and it really opened up the floor for Xavier to play in the pick and roll and make an easier pass.
And Condon's making it look even better with 1 free throw already down. He's 3 for 3 early on. And he missed the second. And it's rebounded by Jaden Ross off the bench for the first time for UConn tonight. So a 4-point advantage for the Huskies. A couple of new guys on the floor, including Braylon Mullins as well. Demery comes off a weak side screen, catches between the rings. On the bounce here, just right at the top of the arc. Drives left on Klomjar, flips it to Ross. Ross, a little shimmy shake, drives into the left low post, turns, throws a skip pass caught by Caravan, angle right. He'll feed the right wing, driving, and a floater. Missed it right at the rim was Jaden Ross, and the Gators are able to clear it. Up the floor to Lee. Xavier backs up with a dribble now toward the left sideline. Drives right of a Connon screen, hits him on an open roll. Good kick to the right wing. Houck, wide open 3 is down. That was a great half-court set for the Gators. And House got his first triple, and it's a 1-point lead for UConn.
Quick pick and rolls out of transition, forces UConn into rotations.
11-10, UConn leading ball at the end of our left. Double high screen. Demery picks it up, feeds the left wing. Caravan guarded by the smaller Klomjar. And it back to Demery into the paint, loping to the rim. Surrounded by the Gators, lost the handle out of bounds, left of the goal. The Gators just squeezed him as he got to the restricted area. And UConn gives it back. And the Gators will have a chance to take a lead here as Malachi Smith checks in for Dan Hurley. Game trying to settle in. Inbound to Lee, picked up by Smith pretty early. He's a native of the Bronx too, just like Boogie Flan. Lee takes the dribble wing left, picks it up, feeds Klomjar near the center jump circle. Works left with 2 bounces, flips it to Condon. Condon drives to his right and draws a foul. Blocking foul against Braylon Mullins, the freshman from Greenfield, Indiana. 5-star recruit for UConn, McDonald's All-American. He had his best game as a Husky this young season, was 17 off the bench against number 21 Kansas. That was at Allen Fieldhouse. Off the inbound, Lee drives left with the dribble. Give to Klomjar, left-hand dribble, into the paint, to the heart of the defense, and he gets whacked. Ty Golden popping off the Gators bench, saying that he was in the gather. We're going to put it at the line. 2 shots. The argument won by Golden. That's got Dan Hurley upset now. Hurley's always poised on the sideline, isn't he?
I think it's the right call.
It is. It fouls on Mullins the second.
Urban, that was a bad free throw off the front of the rim, but Urban pumped once. They didn't foul him on the first one. He's definitely going to shoot it on the second pump fake.
That's his first missed free throw this year. He was 16 for 16. Klomjar had made 17 straight free throws dating back to last season, and he missed the first. Chinyalu returns for the Gators. C.J. Ingram in for the first time in some time. Ingram hasn't played in the last 3 games. Second free throw is perfect. This game's tied. It's 11-11 now. The Gators found themselves down by 5 earlier in the half. Half-court pressure by the Gators with Ingram now with those bouncy legs. Ball with the chest pass to Ross between the rings. Holding chest high, guarded with some space by Ingram. He'll send it wing left, coming off the screen on the left wing is Smith. Smith retreats behind the three-point line, drives left of a screener. Back up top, 2 to shoot. Rising through 3. Ball missed it. Back iron. Rebound for Chinyulu. Gators can take a lead here. Lobjar picks it up. Left wing. Long pass over the top of the arc for Lee. Lee crossover dribble once, twice. Now to Ingram. Bounce pass to Chinyulu off the right low post. Left-hand bounce into the paint. Turns over his left shoulder. Right hook won't go. Missed it from about 3 feet. Cleared on the weak side by UConn. Malachi Smith here on the bounce to square the floor back up. Over to Caravan. And we got a foul. An offensive foul against UConn before Caravan could shoot. Another Connecticut turnover.
Well, the game is completely flipped.
Yeah.
UConn in the first 4-minute segment, and then we've taken over this next 4-minute segment.
Eric Ryba checks in for UConn. While Reed was injured, Ryba ended up with 5 starts, including the last 2 games. Ryba's a freshman out of Berlin. He's 7'1". He wears number 12. Lead to the left. Gators again, a chance to take the lead after the offensive foul. Chinyulu, top of the arc. Yet to take a 3 this year. Gives it up to Ingram. On the roll. Gives it to Chinyulu. Up strong and an assist for Ingram as Chinyulu finishes with a right-handed layup. Florida leads it 13-11. And Rubin, after a rough start, has settled in after a quick timeout on the bench. Ross dribbles to the top of the arc. Flips to his right. Solo ball. Puts it between his legs. Out of the right high post. Feed down low. Reed twisting. Shooting into Chinyulu. Missed it. Rebound. Loose. Chinyulu able to grab it. He's a look better against Reed now defensively. Lee will bring it up front court right. Works down to his left. Down the left side of the lane. Wraparound pass. Underneath the Chinyulu. Rises off the catch and scores. And it's 15-11 Florida.
Oh, that was beautiful, Sean. What a drive and dish by Lee.
He got airborne, wrapped the pass around the defender. Condon waiting to check in. 11 minutes remaining in the half. Smith out near the Jimmy V Classic logo. The lanes here painted in black. Pass wing right, stolen by Lee. 2-on-1. Lee's going to the rack, lays it up, in and one. Xavier and Lee back-to-back, great possessions. The Gators are on an 11-0 run as we go to the timeout. Lee will be at the line to our right when we come back. And the Gators, after falling behind by 5, now lead by 6. We step aside. 10:53 to go in the first half. At the Jimmy V Classic in New York, it's Florida 17, UConn 11 on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get $1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through January 5th, 2026. Offer entitles $1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with standard retailer lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey Gator Nation, this is Vicki Brown-Werski, Director of Gators Empower Her. As the Bank of Doing and official sponsor of Florida Athletics, Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes on and off the court with interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources. Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation. Learn more about what Wells Fargo is doing to put people and communities first by visiting wellsfargo.com/impact.
We all do it. You have a night for yourself but don't like the sound of the silence, so you turn on the TV just for the ambience. It's a little trick that helps you feel like you've got company and aren't alone. And other insurers, well, they may make you feel alone. But when you switch to Geico, you've got claims reps available around the clock. So whenever you need, you'll have people around to help. And let's turn on the washing machine, just for good measure. Oh, isn't that soothing?
It feels good to have support. It feels good to Geico.
The Gators are on the road with Geico. It feels good to Geico. This is Gators basketball.
Evan Williams Bourbon is now a proud partner of the Florida Gators, making Evan Williams Bourbon part of your tradition, and game-winning celebrations is a slam dunk. Visit evanwilliams.com to find a bottle near you. Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43 to 45% alcohol by volume. Think wisely, drink wisely. Sean Kelly, Lee Humphrey in the Geico broadcast booth here at Madison Square Garden. Lee will be at the line to our right coming out of this timeout. At 10:53 to go in the first half, the Gators have flipped this game. It's a 17-11 score now in favor of 18th-ranked Florida. Something's changed offensively, Lee Humphrey. Help me understand where the Gators have gotten themselves on track.
This last 4 minutes has been fun to watch, Sean, and it started coming out of the timeout, the first media timeout. We went into a flat pick and roll, which is Xavier Lee, one of the bigs at the top, the rest of our guys along the baseline. The whole floor is spaced out. Gives Lee a lot of chances to operate and work against UConn's bigs, forcing them into rotations. Coach Golden talked to us about it before the game. He wanted to make UConn's bigs guard in space. He didn't get that the first 4 minutes with our typical side-to-side handoffs. So he went middle pick and rolls and quick transition pick and rolls, forcing the UConn bigs to guard in space.
It's been good defensively, too. UConn has not scored in 4 minutes. The drought dates back to the last media timeout. Dan Hurley has his starting five back on the floor. Klomjar remains on the floor for the Gators. Lee's free throw is good on a very gentle rim here at Madison Square Garden. 18-11 the score. Three-point play for Lee. Little half-court trapping defense by the Gators. UConn gets it across, but it takes them deeper into the shot clock to have to do it. Here's Demery on the right angle. The Georgia transfer plays pitch and catch with Reed. Goes around the Reed screen. Demery into the paint. Puts up a runner. That's off the mark. Missed a 6-footer. And another rebound for the Gators. Off the floor quickly to Klomjar. Dump it corner right to Ingram. Back out to Klomjar, guarded by Alex Caravan. There's a height advantage there for UConn. Urban drives left, gets left of the goal, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound Chinyulu. Right side of the lane, powers up, missed a bunny. Ingram popped it back toward the rim, but missed and is cleared by Reed. Reed looks at it. Demery gets to the paint, peels off wing left for UConn. Demery from below the break, takes a pass to Reed, top of the key. He'll hand it off to Solo Ball, dribbles to the elbow, shoots a 15-footer, got it. First bucket for UConn in some time. It's 18-13. Gators leading ball.
First bucket for Ball, too. He's missed a few threes.
He's averaged 15 a game in his last three. And Lee harassed up top by Demery, fouled. Lee was walking him basically to Condon for a screen. I think we're in the bonus now. Yes, 17 foul, 1-1. For Florida comes at 9:46 to go in the first half. Couple of changes here. Florida's going to take two out. Ingram and Chinyulu will get a rest. Hanlockton back in, so is Hauk.
This is by far the best I've seen Lee play as a Gator. He has controlled the offense these last 5 minutes. We went back to the high pick and roll again. You can see how creative he is with the ball. He's good in a pick and roll, and he's got great vision passing out of it.
Statistically, his best game is going to be, obviously the Providence game. But I think as far as running the offense, I think you're right in this sense. And he knocks down both free throws.
He's been the catalyst for this run offensively.
Yeah, and crazy that most of this run has come with Hauk on the bench for the Gators. So it's 20-13 Florida. UConn with it at the end to our left. Pitch and catch with Reed. Smith on the right angle. Here comes Caravan off the cut. Catches, goes down the lane, and powers it up in and off the glass. I don't remember him being that big from March. He's not any bigger than he was. Here's Kondo, angle right, wide open three. No. Alex cannot get the three ball going right now. He is 2 for 16 on the year.
We'll get a better look at that one.
He was wide open, and that's on purpose probably. Caravan, a little trouble, throws out of a double. Back to Smith at the top of the floor. Works left side, picks a handoff to Solo Ball. Reed sinks away from the screen, driving, kick to the right wing. Three ball on the way, good. Jalen Stewart, who is a 31% three-point shooter, cuts it to 2. 20-18. Lee drives hard, right of his hand-locked in screen, into the lane, puts up a teardrop. It's way off. And picked up by Caravan for UConn, and now the Huskies can take the lead with a triple. Off the moving screen up top. Smith to his right. Chest pass coming off the weak side. Caravan, and then an illegal screen. They caught Reed the second time. He sets a lot of moving screens. And another turnover on the foul by Reed. I wonder how many times you're going to let him get away with it. 8th team foul. No free throws, though, from the offensive end. Lee's going to check out. And Fland is back in. Second time playing at the Garden here for Boogie Fland. First time he ever came here is if he met LeBron James. Condon drives to his right. Right down to the right low post. Now the left-hand dribble. Turns. Gets to a right hook. Right of the rim. Missed it. And a foul against Handlock and trying to tear the rebound away from Terrace Reed.
Alex had it in a good spot. I mean, he's underneath the block with a chance to score that. And with Lee out, we went back into our horn set, how we started the game with Boogie at the point.
First foul on Handlock, then fourth team foul on the Gators. 8:09 to go. 8:06 and 8:05. Cutter along the baseline. Coming to the left wing and fumbling the catch is solo ball. And another Connecticut turnover. So now that should be 6 turnovers on the Huskies. And the Gators had 3 in the first segment of the game and haven't turned it over since. Just still not shooting it quite the way they want. Fland to the right elbow. And another offensive foul called against the Gators. They get Micah? No, Fland.
Boogie dribbling back into Demery.
Now he threw his hip into Malachi Smith. That's 3 on Fland now, with still 7:52 to go in the first half. Yeesh. Todd Golden wanting a better explanation, and he's probably not going to hear any explanation. Takes us to a timeout. Dan Hurley also lobbying James Breeding at the other end of the floor. 7:52 to go first half. Nip and tuck. Florida 20, UConn 18. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Gator Nation, this season it's time to act for the greener good. UF and GFL are making great strides to reduce our footprint, and you can help. Recyclable and compostable paper products, cups, straws, and food waste receptacles are available at the arena. Look for the signs and put it in the right can, greener Gator fan. Think green as you cheer on the orange and blue. Call GFL at 352-377-0800 or visit us at gflenv.com. GFL, green for life.
This is Gators basketball from Learfield.
International Diamond Center is proud to be the first and only official jeweler of the Florida Gators. This is Florida's premier jeweler. IDC's selection is second to none with direct importer prices on exquisite diamonds, world-renowned designer engagement rings, one-of-a-kind fashion jewelry, and elegant Swiss timepieces. Gators fans deserve the best, and IDC delivers with world-class service and the strongest warranties in the industry. International Diamond Center, where Gator Nation shops for jewelry.
Hey, fellow Floridians, it's Ben.
And Brianna Smith. We are foodies who love sharing recipes online.
And trying new cooking techniques on our new natural gas stove.
He loves his precise temperature control on the heat.
Yeah, I also love saving money and using less energy.
Oh, watch that flame.
So, who loves to be in control?
Now earn up to a $300 cashback rebate for installing a new energy-efficient natural gas range or stovetop. To learn more, go to peoplesgas.com/rebates.
Florida 20, UConn 18. 7:52 to go in the first half. There's some slippage. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Wherever you hear the sound of my voice, that's the Gator Sports Network, and we'll pause 10 seconds for our great stations covering every county in the state of Florida and worldwide on the Varsity Network app. 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield. Deacon's Archives coming up at halftime. It'll air about the same time that Letterman used to air at the rate we're going. Otherwise, here in the Geico broadcast booth, Sean Kelly and Lee Humphrey. Kohl's has the gifts that everybody on the wish list wants, all in one place. From beauty favorites and cozy outfits to hosting must-haves and top toys. Find great prices on presents for everyone at Kohl's at Kohls.com. All right, so I mentioned a 2-point lead here for Florida, but it doesn't feel good since the last media timeout.
We've lost our flow offensively, Sean. We've had we've had some chances at the rim, but UConn has done a nice job challenging straight up, defending without fouling. We've got to go through that contact and finish, and then they've found a rhythm on the offensive end. They've made their last 3 shots, and it looks smooth on the offensive end for them again.
Well, we're kind of throwing it back, too. We've only had 3 combined three-pointers made. 2 for the Huskies, 1 for the Gators. 7:52 to go in the first half.
Feels weird. We've only taken 3 threes in well over half the first half.
UConn ball out of the timeout. Chinyelu back in for the Gators. Gators showing a little zone briefly there at the start of this possession. There's Smith on the left sideline holding at his waistband. Takes the dribble toward the Jimmy V Classic logo. Plays catch with Caravan. Back to Smith. Works to the foul line, extended on the near wing. 6 on the shot clock. Drives right of a read screen. Over to Ball for a 3. Wing right's down. Solo Ball knocks down the 3-point shot. His first make from downtown. And it's a 1-point lead now for the Huskies. 21-20. And a foul between the rings, and a dumb one at that here for Smith. I think he picked up his 3rd. Just popped Xavier Lee. Trying to knock it loose.
It's like a left hook around his back.
Yeah.
We're not here for the boxing match, Sean. There's been a few good ones in this building.
Oh, you think? Yes, indeed. Yeah, think about this building. Again, this is in the bonus, too. It's the 2nd foul on Smith. Lee at the line to our right with 7 points. Knocks down the front end. The Knicks banners, the retired jersey numbers, all the Rangers banners and their retired numbers. Billy Joel's banner marking 104 consecutive shows during his residency here. Anybody who's anybody has played the Garden. A missed free throw, but a foul looking for the rebound here is going to be against the Gators. Ouch. Chinyelu. It's his 2nd. We're tied at 21. And it is packed here tonight. And we had been warning you for a couple days. Kevin Winter on his show back in Gainesville. Obviously, they're on our pregame that it'd be a heavy UConn crowd. Look, the Gators have showed out. There are a lot of Gators fans here tonight. Smith takes the dribble to the front left court. Down to Reed, top of the key. Gives the ball. Scissoring shot good off the foul line. He thought he got hit. He probably did. And it's 23-21 UConn.
Paul's hit his last 3 shots. He's feeling pretty good right now.
Don't need to get him cooking again. An average over 15 a game in his last 3. Dribble or a handoff here, wing right to Hauk. Not a Condon, top of the arc. Goes high-low with Chinyelu. Catches block right. Trying to work around Reed to the left side of the rim. Twisting, turning. Shoots, missed it. Dunk follow won't go for Hauk. Rebound Chinyelu. Up top, Condon. Pump fake on a 3. Hand it to Lee. Lee retreats to the dribble. Back to the left front court. Bounce pass to Condon left of the lane. They show 2 on him briefly. Goes out of the dig down. Lee up top for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Chinyelu. Back up, fouled. Good job by Chinyelu. He cleaned up misses on the front end of the possession, at the end of the possession. And Rubin will go to the line on a foul on Terrace Reed Jr.
UConn they chose to double Alex after a couple of dribbles and just left Lee. No one rotated over him. They're testing his shooting right now.
Double bonus on the 10th team foul. And no good on the first as Chinyelu, a 70% free throw shooter. Gators 8 of 12 at the free throw line. Just not taking advantage of the opportunities. 2nd free throw, missed that too. Too much off the back rim and rebounded by Ball. Handlocked, awaited to check in. Huskies with a lead of 2 with 6:05 to play. Smith drifting to his right. Now to his left. They exchange screeners at the top. Off the baseline cut, catch for Ball, dumps it underneath. Wide open catch and dunk for Ryba. Hiding in the dunker spot to the near side. 25-21 in the paint. Quick attack by Lee. Draws a foul in front of the rim. Sneaky into the lane for Xavier Lee. Foul's going to be on Solo Ball.
He almost lost it on that inbounds pass. Lee took advantage of UConn missing the steal.
Yeah, they gambled a little bit, didn't they?
They did.
So Ingram waiting to check in for his 2nd run of the game as well. Free throws good for Xavier Lee. It's off to a great start.
With Lee in here, I'd like to see us pushing a little bit in transition. We've been good when we can get into a quick pick and roll, force UConn to guard us. when they're spaced out.
So Lee will be the first to double figures if he hits the free throw, and he does. 10 points for Xavier Lee, and it's 25-23 now, UConn. On the floor for Ty Golden, Handlocked and Condon, Lee, Ingram, and Howe. Chest pass caught by Stewart, top of the arc. Quick give to his right to Smith. Out to meet him is Ingram defensively. Drives left of a screen by Ryba. Hezzy down the left side of the lane, spins out to Ryba on a pick and pop. 3-ball good. Eric Ryba, the 7'1" freshman, buries the three, and it's UConn by 5. Back and forth, game of runs here in the half. 5:15 to go. Lee for three up top. Oh, he ripped it. He's feeling it now. Xavier Lee's got 13 points. Florida back to within 2. Heat check shot, partner.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Xavier has been fun to watch tonight, Sean.
Here's Smith, crossover dribble. Trying to shake loose of Ingram, can't. Draws Houck now on a switch, way out between the circles. 4:52 to go in the half. Smith puts his head down, drives below the right high post, picked up his dribble, had to flip it out to Ball. 4 on the shot clock. Ball drives to the top of the arc, rises for 3, good. Off the bounce, another 3 for Solo Ball. Yikes. It's the second. 31-26. Feed Kondo, mid-post, left side of the lane, backing down. Smith spun around him, shoots, missed it. Front of the rim, rebound, Handlocked and goes up. Missed that. Tip follow won't go from Condon. Condon in a battle with Ryba for the rebound. Both guys go down. Whistles Blair. There'll be a foul on the play. No, they're going to call a held ball. The arrow belongs to Florida, so the Gators will keep it here, but down by 5.
That was great effort from our bigs, but I would have loved to have seen Alex kick it out to Xavier for that wide open 3 off the double. He just hit one.
Yeah, no who's hot right now. Lee will pull the trigger off the baseline into Handlocked. Micah right of the lane, pitches it to Howe, cutting to the top of the arc. Bounced it one time, feeds Condon coming up the left side of the lane. He'll hand it off to Lee. Guarded out by Caravan. Lee retreats. Lee drives right of a screen, splits 2 defenders down the lane. Scooper with the right hand won't go. Condon trying to get the rebound, and a foul called. Another held ball? Yeah, it is. And the arrow flipping back to UConn gets a stop for the Huskies. Man, too many good looks not to get points on that trip.
And we're rebounding 16-11 right now. Our guys are crashing.
31-26. UConn's hit 8 of their last 8 shots. Garaband dumps it inside. Ryba on a cut, was wide open to catch and lay it in. Timeout Ty Golden. Handlocked and blew it defensively. And it's back to a 7-point lead now, but on the other side, 5th-ranked UConn survived the big blow by the Gators here in the half. There's a timeout at 3:45 to go here in half number 1. From New York at the Jimmy V Classic, it's UConn 33, Florida 26 on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
They are not just the Gators, they are your Gators. Customize your eligible Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Gators pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Gators. Wells Fargo is proud to be an official sponsor of the Florida Gators. Copyright 2025. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
My best friend Riley loved going to the beach. She was a great swimmer. Then one day, during a swim meet, she collapsed. She had cancer, Hodgkin lymphoma. She spent months getting care at UF Health. The doctors did so much, even put her in a clinical trial. I wish we could go to the beach right now, but she's working.
Out of the water.
She's on lifeguard duty. Maybe we'll head out when her shift is done.
UF Health. Human progress has no finish line.
Hey college hoops fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of game day spirit. From the couch to courtside, Evan Williams is with you for every tip-off and buzzer beater. Because we might be divided by the score, but we're united by the pour. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and make this extra-aged Kentucky bourbon a part of your game day tradition. Go Gators! Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
The Gators are on the road with Geico. It feels good to Geico. This is Gators basketball.
3:45 to go in the first half. Welcome back to Madison Square Garden at the Jimmy V Classic. UConn leads Florida 33-26. Let's go inside the huddle, brought to you by Toyota and your local Toyota dealers. Gators calling a timeout, trying to slow down this UConn run right now, where the Huskies have made 9 of their last 9 attempts from the field.
I'm talking to the guys about how we're defending UConn's action. We knew coming into the game they're going to run their action. They're going to take possessions deep into the shot clock. They'll have a lot of misdirection, but you've got to defend the screens running hard. You've got to talk on how you switch. You've got to make sure your communication is sharp so that you're not late on any hedges or shows, and you're also in the help position to rotate on the defensive end. And then offensively, the coach probably telling his guys, hey, maybe we can get a stop, try to push it in transition, see if we can get an easy look.
Gators getting beat in the paint. We don't see that very often. 16-8 advantage for UConn, who's shooting 67%.
That's right, and we're one of our last 13 from the field, and a big part of that, I think, is because UConn is scoring on every possession. We have no chance to get out of the run. We're going against their set defense every time.
Now, the Gators have basically stayed in this thanks to the free throw line. 10 made free throws. UConn 0 made free throws. Huskies 0 for 1. Florida ball out of the timeout in a horn set. A flip to Connon above the left elbow. He's got his back to the goal, throws on a backdoor cut. Ingram catches, goes reverse, lay in, and is fouled hard. Ryba tags him here. Ingram getting a play called for him here out of the timeout. Ingram hasn't played in the last 3 games. And CJ at the line, where he is 3 for 6 on the year.
Little blue action out of the timeout. Coach loves the back doors on set action out of timeouts. I'm still always amazed how anyone gives up a back door against us out of a timeout.
Yeah, it's all there to see on the film.
It's all there.
Oh, yeah.
And it works every time.
First free throw, no good. Gators have missed 6 free throws in the half. Next from Ingram. That one's in. He splits them. It's 33-27. Big 3.5 minutes here prior to the halftime break. Got to get a stop here to start it. Smith, front court right, gives the ball near the logo. They'll send it over the top. Wing left, catch and shoot, no good by Ball. Rebound UConn. Back to Ball, drives baseline left, and lays it up and in past Xavier Lee. There haven't been many second chance points in this game on either side. Over to Ingram, angle right. Chest pass to Condon. 3 minutes to go in the half. Lee will take it from him on the left angle. 35-27 Connecticut. Hanlockton takes it and sends it wing right. Ingram drives. Goes up strong. Little reverse lay in, no good. Rebounded his own miss. Under the goal. Dribbled it out of bounds. Turnover Florida. So back-to-back empty possessions now for Florida. And this is dangerous. Again, down 8 here. No teams led by double figures, either in the last meeting or at least so far tonight.
We need to stop.
Yeah, wow. Big time. 10 of your last 11 for UConn. Ryba hands it off top of the arc to Smith, drifting to his right now. Re-squares the floor with a left-hand dribble, guarded by Klobjar. Popping out to catch Caravan, front court left. Works the dribble against Hout. To the right side of the circle. Gives it up to Ross, or Stewart rather. Launches a 3 and got fouled. Missed the shot. He's going to go to the line for 3 free throws. Thomas Hout picks up the personal foul. That's his first. UConn now in the bonus.
I think, so UConn is 10 of their last 11 from the field, but last possession they got an offensive rebound, so I think they've scored on their last 10 possessions. They haven't had a turnover in that stretch, I don't believe.
11 straight possessions.
11 now with the free throws.
No. The second chance bucket last trip was 11 straight possessions. Yeah. I'm not trying to make it worse, Lee. First free throws no good.
A little bit.
I appreciate that.
Not that it matters. 10, 11. Wow.
First free throw missed by Stewart. 2 more to go.
We need to keep that stat. Longest scoring streak. This has got to be up there. There's not too many times you see that many possessions in a row.
Best of the season by anybody playing Florida. 2 of the 3 free throws are in for Jalen Stewart, and the Gators are down double figures for the first time against Connecticut in 2025. Last March and tonight combined. Houck shakes a man with the dribble. Up top for 3. Oh, he missed it. Rebound, Chinyelu fumbled it, but saved by Condon left of the goal. Kondo drives to the foul line, flips to Klobuchar. Into the low post, Houck spins, shoots off the glass and scores. Finally, that helps. 37-29, 2 minutes remaining in the half.
Tommy recognizing the mismatch, stays in the post.
1:54 to go as Karaban comes to take it between the rings. His number's down a little bit here as opposed to what he's done the last couple. Now Smith, right foot on the edge of the logo. Off the pin down near side. Ball's got it. Dribbles to the right side of the lane. They'll trap him. Ball knocked loose. Chinyelu to the deck, has the steal. Outlet pass to Klobuchar. Chest pass to Lee. Wing right for 3. Off the rim, no good. He got fouled. No. I thought he got a whistle. He did not. UConn able to clear it. 1:20 to go.
I like the attempt, though. Out of transition. Good look.
Yeah. But Klobuchar passed up a look. But he went to the hot hand, which is Lee. Driving to the paint. Layup blocked. Inside, Chinyelu swatted away to Lee. Lob for the rim. Alley-oop dunk for Houck. And fouled on the play. Oh, and they love it here in New York.
There we go. We get Tommy out on the floor. First time tonight. He gets to fly to the basket.
Houck was 7 points at the line for the first time. Dan Hurley's going to use his use it or lose it. Calls timeout at 1:05 to go in the half. We'll keep it right here with the Gators down by 6, but can make it 5 if Houck can knock down the free throw.
Big couple possessions. You could feel the game starting to get a little bit out of hand, but some momentum plays for us, and that was explanation point from Tommy.
No doubt. Hey, look, let's go back a week ago. The Gators fell behind by 15 at Cameron Indoor. Came back and had a very real chance to win that game. Still seeking, though, their first double-digit comeback for a win this season. They'll have to do it tonight after falling behind by 10. But it's a mini, to your point, a mini 4-0 run here for Florida. I think some of it has to do with finally getting a stop or two at the other end.
I think so. I mean, keep looking at the shot chart, and there is a lot of green check marks for UConn. They hit 10 of 11 during that stretch, 10 of 11 field goals. And what made it tough for us offensively, Sean, they're scoring. We couldn't get out and run. We saw in the last 2 possessions, we get stops, we can get out and run in transition, we can get looks at the rim, and good things happen.
So out of the UConn timeout, Houck at the line to our right. Least counting possessions now. He's going to make sure I'm not right on those 11 straight. Was it 11 straight or was it 10?
We'll switch it up for you. We missed we made one of 15 shots in a row.
Right, no, but how many straight scoring possessions for UConn?
I think you're right with 11.
Yeah, okay. Free throw good. 1 minute to go in the half. That's rare that I'm right. 37-32. Another stop and a score here would tighten this thing up, obviously, going to the break. Karaban off the screen, catches at the top of the arc, feeds a curling Smith into the paint, twisting, turning, feeds Ryba, block left, spins, left hook, missed it point blank, rebound, Stewart back up and in on second chance. That hurts. 39-32 UConn, 35 seconds left in the half. Condon comes to catch at the top of the arc. One dribble, feeds Lee, left wing, drives on Karaban, spins left of the lane, shovels to Houck. Houck in a crowd. In a crowd, shooting, missing right of the rim, goes out of bounds off UConn. It'll be Gators ball baseline left. The shot clock and game clock are 0.6 of a second apart. Quick sub in by UConn. Jaden Ross will replace Solo Ball. Go for some length defensively to basically cover up Klobuchar. Doug Schau's may reset the clock. Yeah, shot clock at 12 for the Gators.
Can't take the last shot now. 8-second differential.
And it goes to Chinyelu, wing left, deep left wing. Flip the Klobuchar into the left sideline. Reset to Lee. 7 on the shot clock. He's front court left, drives right of a Chinyelu screen. Up top for three off the bounce. Rim glass, no good. Rebound UConn. 6 seconds left in the half. Got to keep it to a 7-point game. To Smith on the left wing. Drives into the circle. Turns, shoots right into the lane at the horn and missed it. The Gators get a stop. They'll go to the locker room down by 7 here at halftime. UConn with the early lead. The Gators then had a run to grab the lead. And then UConn went near perfect, 11 straight trips to take the advantage and hold off the Gators here to end the half. We are across the floor and waiting on there. Steve Egan and Todd Golden. All yours, Steve.
Thanks, Sean. Coach, back and forth in the first half. Your thoughts on the first 20?
Just playing okay. Obviously got off to a good start. Let him get back in the game. We're dealing with some foul trouble. Set us back a little bit in the second half of the first 20 minutes, and we got to guard better. We're turning them over, but they're shooting 60 from the field.
Good first half for Xavier Lee. What did you like there?
Yeah, I just thought he played with great pace, a lot of freedom, played with a lot of confidence. We needed him to show up, obviously, with Boogie not getting many minutes, and he kept us in the game. Really happy for him.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, guys, thank you very much. We'll head to the break here. Thoughts from Lee Humphrey coming up. Egan's archives as well. And the Gators down 7 here to the 5th-ranked team of the country. At the Jimmy V Classic, halftime at Madison Square Garden. 5th-ranked Connecticut 39, 18th-ranked Florida 32. Kevin Winter comes up next on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Kohl's Customer Appreciation Event is here, right in time for the gift exchange. Even though everyone pretends gifting isn't a competition, it kinda is. At Kohl's, save on gifts everyone will fight over. From sweaters and flannels to air fryers, toaster ovens, and more. Because deep down, the gift exchange isn't just about giving. It's also about winning. Shop Kohl's and save on top gifts now. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offers end December 14th. See store or kohls.com for details.
Calling all Gators, students, alum, and diehards who bleed orange and blue. VyStar Credit Union and UF Athletics are teaming up to earn you more green. Sign up for the VyStar UF Gators credit card and get up to 20% off select Gators home game tickets. Plus, you can get a $150 bonus and up to 3% cash back on purchases when you use your new card. Whether you swipe at the swamp or tap around town, earn more. Visit VyStarCU.org to learn more. VyStar Credit Union. Go Gators. Get cash back. Federally insured by NCAA. Bonus offer subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit VyStarCU.org for full details.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and I'm proud to announce that Good Greek is a proud supporter of Florida Gators basketball. The Gators have a long tradition of winning, and they just made another great move by partnering up with the Good Greek. Be a part of the winning team. Simply dial ** Greek from your cell or go to goodgreek.com. Good Greek Moving and Storage, proud sponsors of Florida Gators basketball.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
We've all been there. You pop into the shop for 5 minutes and all of a sudden you've forgotten where you parked. Car. Unfortunately, that lost feeling is what it's like trying to manage your policy with other insurers.
Here, car. Come out, wherever you are. Please.
With Geico, you can use the app to easily manage all your policies in one place.
Did this parking lot have a waterfall?
I think you've wandered too far, mate.
It feels good to find what you're looking for. It feels good to Geico.
20 minutes are in the books. This is the Gators Basketball Halftime Report. First half stats and scores from around the country are coming up. Let's go back to the UF Health Sports Desk. Once again, here's Kevin Winter.
Tonight's Old Dominion best in the first half is Xavier Lee, 13 points for the Gators, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Old Dominion Freightline works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. You go back to Madison Square Garden, Gators trail by 7. But Lee Humphrey, let's look at Xavier Lee. How did he kind of unlock himself in the first half tonight?
He played with a lot of confidence coming out of the second media timeout. Boogie got into some foul trouble. He only played 6 minutes, so the ball handling responsibility was up to Lee kind of exclusively from that point on. And I thought he was great getting out in transition, using his ball handling ability. He's pretty deceptive when he's got a defender on him. He was able to get into the paint and finish. He hit 6 of 7 free throws. It was good for him to get to the line. He finished the half with 13 points. And I just thought he was confident in the offense, orchestrating things.
And he also really kind of keyed that what turned out to be a 12-0 Gator run where they took the largest lead of the game, which is 7. It goes back to the point, you brought it up in that first section, the first stanza. The Gator offense, it was hard to get offense. Everything seemed hard. How do we go back to the area where it was easy getting a flow of offense in the half court?
Our offense was good for us when they were able to get stops and run in transition, get into quick pick and rolls, either on the side with a quick ball screen or a flat look where we've got the flat pick and roll in the middle, everybody else spaced out on the baseline. Coach Golden talked about it in the pregame with Sean and I. He wanted to make UConn's bigs guard out on the floor, and whenever he can get out in transition with those pick and rolls, they do have to guard on the floor, and it frees up our offense and puts UConn in some rotations that are difficult to guard.
One area that I did not think I'd ever see, 9 consecutive field goals made by a team. UConn did it. They had 11 straight trips in the offensive end where they got points. How does Florida tighten up defensively, Lee Humphrey?
I thought UConn was able to really execute their action during that stretch. We were not disruptive at all. We weren't getting any ball pressure or getting our hands into passing lanes. UConn could run their offense without feeling it. And then we were late on some screens. We had some miscommunications guarding pin downs. We gave up a few slips, a little bit late on some three-point catches. So we've got to be sharper with the communication and be there on the catch when they run their sets.
One amazing part, the Huskies have only attempted 4 free throws, 2 of 4 Gators. That's what kept them in the game. They're 12 of 18 at the free throw line. Lee Humphrey will have the second half call coming up from MSG with Sean Kelly. Huskies lead the Gators 39-32. Still to come in the Gator halftime report. Another edition of Egan's Archives. Plus, we check the top 25 scoreboard. It's all across the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
My husband, Steve, was diagnosed with prostate cancer. They only gave him months to live. That was years ago. Now, he's out there, under the tree. Nature photography is his thing. And apparently, so is catching poison ivy.
Oof, so itchy. UF Health. Human progress has no finish line.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Gator pride. When I'm carrying the Gators Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra orange and blue gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Gators from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Gators to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
This is Florida basketball from Learfield.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by FDOT.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
I'm Kevin Winter with you on the Gator Basketball Halftime Report. Huskies lead the Gators 39-32 at the break. Back to Madison Square Garden for another edition of Egan's Archive. Steve Egan.
All right, Kevin. Well, as we play the Gators, play UConn tonight, it reminds me of their meeting back in 2013. That year, the Gators would play UConn twice and lose twice. In between, they would win over 30 games in a row and head to the Final Four. That first meeting back in December, the Gators needed to get to Stores. This was the Sunday after Thanksgiving. I was living in Orlando at the time, and on our travel days, I'd try to get there early, and I believe the entire state was leaving Florida on that Sunday afternoon. I got stuck on the turnpike, looked like I wasn't going to get there in time. In fact, we started looking for commercial flights that I could probably take the next day to get up to Connecticut. However, the team plane was also delayed for mechanical reasons that day, so I inched along until I could get off the turnpike, make my way to Gainesville using all the back roads. It took 4.5 hours on a trip that normally takes about an hour and 45 minutes, but luckily for me, the team was still waiting for a plane. Then came the solution that would really make news headlines that night. Delta canceled a commercial flight from Gainesville to Atlanta, leaving about 50 people stranded in the Gainesville airport to accommodate the Gator basketball team. It's a true story. You can look it up. It caused a lot of backlash from bumped passengers who missed travel plans, with Delta stating, well, it was an operational decision. As we got on the plane, we could see the people whose plane we were taking staring at us through the windows, some even telling us we were number one. The team didn't realize what was happening until we got to Connecticut, and reporters started asking a lot of questions about what happened. Well, the game went off as scheduled. Shabazz Napier hit a buzzer beater at the end of the game to win it for UConn. The Gators didn't lose another game after that one, though, until they met UConn again in the Final Four in Dallas. But that was a weird travel day for me and for the team, and one that made national headlines. Kind of wild, Kevin.
Traveling the day after Thanksgiving, or the day Sunday after Thanksgiving, never a good idea. No. Steve Egan, thank you very much. Second half comes your way next across the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Gator Nation, what an incredible year it's been. Your Florida Gator basketball team are national champions, and our partners at Dreamfinders Homes are celebrating their own big win as the 2025 National Builder of the Year. Dreamfinders Homes is creating beautifully designed communities across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa. With great interest rate incentives and move-in ready options available now, there's never been a better time to make your move. Visit dreamfindershomes.com today and start your home search. Dreamfinders Homes, built for Florida, built for Gators.
As the official wealth management team of the Florida Gators, Talon Wealth gives a cheer for the orange and blue when our Gators take a chomp out of their competition. But we react differently. When products like mutual funds, annuities, or even REITs takes a chomp out of someone's retirement, are you receiving the value you're paying for? Compare what Talon's been doing to what you've been doing for free. Visit guardingyournestegg.com.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth, SEC registered investment advisor, license B05634. Compensation was paid to Learfield for partnership with the Gators as of January 2023.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get 1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through January 5th, 2026. Offer entitles 1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with standard retailer lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
The Gators basketball halftime report continues with a look at scores from the SEC and the top 25. Once again, here's Kevin Winter.
BYU on the first game tonight at the Jimmy V Classic on a buzzer-beating 3, rallying from down 22. The Gators will have to rally from down 7 at the half. 39-32 UConn. Second half is next on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of the Florida Gators, helping the world keep promises.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close.
You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like replacing my bike in case of an accident?
Progressive's total loss coverage can help with that.
Great. And you also agree with me that my riding club should ride to the aquarium instead of cruising around a mountain, right?
Actually, we just do insurance. We don't vote in riding clubs.
Nice. 2 votes for the turtle exhibit.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
What are you, some kind of turtle hater?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
What's up, guys? It's Thomas Houck with men's basketball.
Puts his head down, spins with a dribble. Right side of the lane, to the rack, and a two-hand dunk for Thomas Houck.
One full behind-the-scenes access to everything Florida Gators for free. Check out Gators Plus and experience your favorite Gators athletes and teams like never before. Head to floridagators.com/watch and check out shows like Car Wash Convos, Road to Game Day, and Gator Life, as well as fan favorites like This is the Swamp, Gator Boys, and Blue Collar Baseball. Check it out today and support your favorite Florida Gators.
Geico broadcast booth here at Madison Square Garden. We're at the half. The Gators trail UConn 39-32. Now with the call of the second half of tonight's game, here is the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly.
Thank you, Steve Egan. And 19,694 at Madison Square Garden. Saw first half that the Gators shot 30%, but yet just down by a couple of buckets here as we get set for the start of the second half. 39-32, fifth-ranked UConn leads Florida. And our stat of the first half, Lee Humphrey, I don't know what you're going to choose here, is brought to you by VineStar Credit Union. Do good, bank better.
I'm going to have to go with the free throws. 12 of 18. Not like we shot an incredible percentage, but UConn only took 4. They made 2. That's kept us in the game, really. A 10-point differential from the free throw line.
Yeah, you'll take that. That has helped to offset 59% shooting by Connecticut in the first half. The Gators trailed by 10 at its largest mark. But Florida, as Lee mentioned with the free throws, got into the bonus with 9:36 to go in the first half. Connecticut plus 8 in the paint, 20-12 advantage there. Florida 8 turnovers, Connecticut had 7. There were 2 lead changes and 2 ties. Connecticut led for 13 and a half minutes of the first half. Gators led by as many as 12. That was 7 at the 10:53 mark.
You'd think with the number of offensive rebounds that we've grabbed too, we would have a higher number of points in the paint, but we haven't been able to convert them once we get them. 11 offensive rebounds in the half is a pretty good number, but you got to be able to finish them.
Both starting fives back on the floor to begin the second half. 2 guys that had foul trouble in the first half. Demery for UConn and Fland for Florida. Both on the floor here. Demery with 2 fouls. Fland with 3 fouls as we begin the second half. It'll be Gators basketball in the orange jersey, orange shorts, shooting at the end to our left toward their own bench. And Connon will throw it in at half court. So we're ready to go for the second half of play. The Gators trying to get a top 5 win in their 3rd chance already this season. Houck to Connon, top of the arc. Kondo gives back to Tommy, top of the arc. Off a jab step, dribbles into the paint, turns it back to Caravan, goes out to Condon, handed off to Lee, turns the corner, drives the lane, and lays it in with the left hand. 15 now for Xavier Lee. Having a great game tonight in New York.
I love that, having Xavier sprinting out of the corner, running into a pick and roll. Defense is trailing him.
Now Caravan's first touch of the second half. He'll shovel it to the left to Demery. Quick bounce pass left to the top of the arc for their center, Terrace Reed. Reed had a hot start, then cooled a bit. He'll screen left wing, off the screen, the catch and shoot for ball, no good. Foul on the floor against Gators trying to rebound the miss. A hold here, and I didn't catch the number. It's on Xavier Lee, trying to help out the bigs. Bet you we see those free throw numbers even up. Don't want to insinuate anything.
Likely.
Long count to get it in. Somehow beat the 5 count, and a leaping catch by Lee and Reed together. Held ball belongs to Connecticut. How is that not a 5 count on the inbounds?
That was awkward, too. The pass had no speed or urgency behind it.
Left wing inbound. Finds Demery, deep left wing. Bounce pass to Reed. Spins left low post under the goal. Goes up. Knocked away by Chinulu out of bounds. Off the shot block by Chinulu. Ruben did a good job of getting Reed under the backboard. He didn't have a look.
Cut off his angle. UConn started out the game going to Reed. He had 6 quick points early.
Now baseline right inbound of the never-ending possession. Out it goes to Jalen Stewart. He'll lob it mid-post, right to the lane. Reed now against Condon. Spins on him, gets right to the goal. Muscles his way into a shot. Blocked by Condon, who held his ground. Loose ball for Xavier Lee. Lee to the top of the arc. Freezes, fires for 3. Back iron, no good. Bounce the rebound to Condon from Chinulu, and he rises and dunks on second chance. Boy, the Gators needed that. Florida had only 1 second chance bucket in the first half. They've cut it to 3. 39-36. Demery, timeline left side. Right-hand dribble to the top of the arc. Over his screen by Caravan. Guarded by Hout now at the top of the floor. Flips it to his left. Solo ball on the catch. Short lob over Lee for Reed at the left foul line extended. Handed off the ball. Turns to the foul line. Shovels to a sinking Reed. Turns it on right hook and scores. Real good two-man game that side of the floor for UConn.
Reed has some good hands down low, and now we can't get the ball in. 2 guys guarding Boogie, and we turn it over.
And Condon blocks Caravan's shot at the rim to save the turnover. Up the floor to Lee, block to block to Chinulu. He dunks with 2 hands, and boy, did that turn on a dime in the favor of the Florida Gators. 41-38. This was a 7-point advantage for UConn at the start of the second half. We're a little over 2 minutes in. Caravan takes a handoff front court right, dribbles twice with his left hand, flips it to Reed, who hands it to his left. And on the angle, here's solo ball. Works to the wing, gives it up to Stewart, and they'll reset on up top. Now to Reed. Reed spins down the lane. Muscles against Chinulu. Blocked from behind by Hout. Loose ball for Stewart. Shot clock violation on a fading desperation attempt from the right baseline. And the Gators are swarming UConn on defense. And listen to the Gators here at MSG. Oh, and they're on their feet now. What a showing tonight by the congregation here in Connecticut territory. Land backs it out with a pass to Condon. Works to the right wing with a right-hand dribble. Fumble, dribble, handoff, saved by Flan. Send it downhill. Spinning right block off the catch. Condon twisting, gets under the rim, trying to find a big inside. Ball got tipped. Chinulu grabbed it, goes up strong, off the rim and in. Waved it off. Oh no! Oh no! And Todd Golden can't believe the call by James Breeding.
Oh, that's a good tip in. It was off the rim. Tommy, that should count.
Jonathan Sapphire indicated to Todd Golden, let's challenge us, and they put the ball in play.
I mean, that ball was 6 inches to the right of the rim. That's an easy putback. It should have been in.
Boo, say the fans here at MSG. 41-38, UConn leading ball to our right. Feed Reed on the right side of the paint. Chinulu squares him up defensively. Reed to the edge of the lane. That black-painted lane to our right. Reed almost turned it over. Saves it out to Demery. Demery off the bounce, shoots a fader at the free throw line and got the mid-range jumper from 15 feet. Ouch. 43-38. Gators playing with some purpose here. Just can't crack the code, at least on the board yet. Condon looks inside, nothing there. Dribble handoff up top for Lee. Lee probing, pull-up jumper near the top of the circle's good. 18-footer down for Xavier Lee. He's got 17 points. Cuts it back to 3.
Smooth from Xavier. He's good with that step back.
He got 20 against Providence. Demery drives left of a drag screen, hands it to Reed, top of the arc. Here comes ball to take it from him. Jumper from the foul line. Bricked it. And a rebound for Condon. Chance to tie here with a long ball. Flan for 3 off the right wing. Hit the rim, no good. Cleared by UConn. Demery up the floor. Runs into Condon. Layup blocked by Kondo. Loose ball for Lee. 2-on-1. Lob for the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Thrown down by Houck. And it's a one-point affair here at MSG.
Let's go, Sean. Wow.
Subs waiting for the Huskies. 15:15 to go on the game clock. Media timeout, next dead ball. Caravan flips it wing left to Demery. Demery holding waistband high in front of the Huskies bench. Takes the dribble up top, give to Caravan for three. Front iron no good. Blocked out and a rebound for Chinyulu. Gators up the right side of the floor. Plan. Can't get loose of the pick. They go high-low. Chinyulu to Condon. Fumbled it to Lee. Back to Condon wing left. Shot fake for three. Give to Lee for three. Off the rim, no good. And a foul on the floors against Reed. He fouled Chinyulu in the battle for the rebound. It'll be Gators ball, down one on the other side of the timeout. Dan Hurley is mocking the officials all the way out at half court. Both teams huddle up. What an electric start to the second half. 14:45 to go at Madison Square Garden. It's fifth-ranked UConn 43, Florida 42 on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Gator pride. When I'm carrying the Gators Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra orange and blue gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Gators from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Gators to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
We all do it. You dress for the Florida heat, but inside the AC is freezing.
I'm so cold.
So you grab a sweater, but when you step outside, it's soaked by a late-day monsoon.
I'm hot and cold and damp.
Too true. And if you're sick of providers playing you hot and cold, switch to Geico. We earned the JD Power Award for #1 auto insurer for customer satisfaction in Florida. We're just right, you might say.
Congrats.
It feels good to get it right. It feels good to Geico. Tied in 2025. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
The Gators are on the road with Geico. It feels good to Geico. This is Gators basketball.
Gators fans, make sure you've got your game tickets for the home games this season. If the opposing team misses both free throws in the second half of a home game, everyone in attendance scores a free empanada from Miapa. Just show your game ticket the next day at any Miapa location to claim your empanada. It's the great Miapa miss. Don't miss your chance to win. 10-4 start in favor of the Gators to the second half. First media timeout comes at 14:45. UConn was up 7, Lee Humphrey. Now 1, 43-42.
What a start. 10-4 to start the second half, Sean. The defense has been fantastic. UConn shooting 2 for 11 from the field. We've cleaned up that defense in the paint. Our big guys came out, and they've stepped up. They've made it difficult on Reed. We've got a couple blocks. You could see Reed getting tired in that last 4-minute segment. That's going to bode well for us as this game keeps going on. And then offensively, we've been very efficient. 5 of 8 from the field.
Terrace Reed missed the last 2 games with a sprained ankle. He's only played 4 games. This is his 5th of the year. So maybe conditioning might be an issue for Terrace Reed Jr. Meanwhile, Xavier Lee with 17 points. Game high honors right now for Lee. Despite going 1 of 6 from 3, he's 5 of 12 overall and 6 of 7 at the line. Houck now into double figures with 10. The only double figure scorer right now for Connecticut is Solo Ball. He's got 12. South Florida, we're coming to you this weekend. Gators will be in Sunrise. Take on George Washington. 2:30 tip. Our coverage begins at 2 o'clock. And then we're finally back home after that. It'll have been a month since the Gators have played at the O-Dome. First things first. Can he upset 5th-ranked UConn? Strength of schedule is going to skyrocket for the Gators after games at Duke and here neutral site against UConn. UConn's strength of schedule coming into tonight, 119th in the country, although they have a couple of ranked wins, including a win at Allen Fieldhouse against KU. Inbound to Flan, and he's fouled. Immediately by Braylon Mullins, the freshman. He popped him. Flan was the inbounder on the baseline. He threw it into Handlockton, who's re-entered the game. That's 3 now. On Mullins. Into Handlockton, same play. Got it to Flan, who walks the dribble to the top of the floor. Little flip pass and a horn set to Connon above the left high post. He'll go to his fellow big on his right, Handlockton. Handlockton looks inside. No, can't get the cutting Houck. Reset the lead, back to Handlockton. Drive and threw it away. Thought Flan was corner left and missed him out of bounds. Empty possession out of the timeout. Rare for Florida.
Be nice to see Boogie in that corner. Micah expected him to be there, but still Micah's got to look and see that.
Gators have done a better job than I've taken care of the ball after 3 quick turnovers early. Ball with a shovel here to Demery between the rings. Guarded by Flan. Chest pass to Mullins coming off the weak side screen. He'll dribble hard to the left baseline. Stop, shoots, missed it. And a foul on the rebound attempt is going to be against Florida. And I think they got Houck. Nope, Condon on a push.
Mullins shot clipped the side of the backboard and almost went in.
Yeah. Talking about a home bounce. I'm glad it didn't go. UConn will inbound right of the goal. Off the baseline. Demery looking, all the way out to Caravan, front court right. Caravan against Handlockton. Pass wing right for Mullins. Off the crossover, back to Caravan. Deep right angle 3. Wow. NBA range for Alex Caravan, the redshirt senior.
Got that one off quick over Micah. Yeah. Tough shot.
4-point lead for Connecticut. Gators cut it to 1. Flan drives off the Hospital screen. All the way to the rack. Lays it up and in. And here in his hometown, Flan's got the bucket to make it 46-44. Boogie's first field goal of the game. Native of the Bronx. Demery, one-hand pass to the right wing. Caravan works off a screen by Ryba. Caravan pulled up for 3 off the bounce. That one misses. Rebound Lee. And he'll bring it up at the right side himself. Xavier pauses, keeps the dribble alive. Right angle. Works over a screen by Handlockton. Into the paint. Lee scoops, but into Condon, who saved the loose ball. Alex twisting, turning in the lane. Right hook's good. Condon on the cleanup. Scores it, and the game is tied at 46. 7 for Condon. Pair of subs waiting for Ty Golden. Demery on the right wing. Takes it back to the top of the floor. Turns toward the elbow. Flan won't let him get into the paint. Give to Mullins. Left wing. 3. Rims off. No good. Rebounded by Handlockton. The Gators are winning the rebounding battle 28-21. Flan on the right wing in front of his own bench. Orange headband on. Flip it to Handlockton. Goes high-low inside to Condon. Out of a double to Houck. Stripped by Mullins. Houck trying to save the loose ball. Gave it up to UConn. Demery on a broken floor. Peels off wing right. Hands it the ball. Rhythm 3. Rimmed out. No good. Scramble for the rebound. To the deck and off the wood. It's Condon to clear it. 12:08 to go in the half. Xavier kind of slows it up here. Walks the dribble toward the Jimmy V Classic logo. 46-46. Under 12 minutes to play. Short give to Kondo. Pass up a 3 out of the shot fake. Give to Houck. Wing right for 3. Boom! Got it. Houck knocks down the triple. And the Gators have taken the lead. Timeout, UConn. Florida down 7 to start the half. Up by 3. Houck's got 13. A pair of 3s in the ball game, Lee. All the way back to retake the lead. Our 3rd lead change of the game.
That one was pure, Sean. It was right in our line of sight. You could tell it was going down. Our size, it's starting to take an effect on UConn. You can see them getting a bit tired, I think, Sean.
7-0 run for Florida. 11:49 to go in the second half. Florida 49, UConn 46 on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Retirement is the pursuit of a lifetime at Oak Hammock at the University of Florida. Located in the heart of Gator Country, Oak Hammock is ideal for enjoying nature. Discover new interests with courses at our Institute for Learning in Retirement. Gather with friends to cheer on the Gators and celebrate life. Oak Hammock's newly renovated homes deliver comfort and convenience, including options for skilled nursing and rehab on site. Find your place at oakhammock.org.
The home of the orange and blue. This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Calling all Gators, students, alum, and diehards who bleed orange and blue. VyStar Credit Union and UF Athletics are teaming up to earn you more green. Sign up for the VyStar UF Gators credit card and get up to 20% off select Gators home game tickets. Plus, you can get a $150 bonus and up to 3% cash back on purchases when you use your new card. Whether you swipe at the swamp or tap around town, earn more. Visit VyStarCU.org to learn more. VyStar Credit Union. Go Gators. Get cash back. Federally insured by NCAA. Bonus offer subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit VyStarCU.org for full details.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and I'm proud to announce that Good Greek is a proud supporter of Florida Gators basketball. The Gators have a long tradition of winning, and they just made another great move by partnering up with the Good Greek. Be a part of the winning team. Simply dial ** Greek from your cell or go to goodgreek.com. Good Greek Moving and Storage, proud sponsors of Florida Gators basketball.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
By the way, two of your teammates here tonight, Joakim Noah, Corey Brewer, with you in the Garden, and Torian Green, of course, on the Gators bench.
4 of our 5 starters here, Sean, tonight.
Someday, when Al Horford retires, we're getting the 5 of you back together again. Horford's scheduled to retire in 2030. Kidding. 49-46. Gators have taken the lead here, Lee Humphrey. 17-7 is the advantage on the scoreboard in the second half for Florida.
We've been relentless this second half, Sean. We've made 8 of our last 11 shots. We've been pushing it. Our guys have been flying around at the basket, and we've been rebounding. We made it super difficult for UConn to score in the paint. 12-4 points in the paint this second half. That's a category we lost pretty big in the first half.
And the latest bucket was a 3 by Thomas Houck. 49-46. UConn ball out of what was a Gators timeout. We should note that. Florida called the timeout. And we're 11:37 to go in the second half. Flaring, catching, barely. His solo ball wing left for the Huskies. Chest pass to Mullins up top. Works the dribble to the right foul line, extended, shoots, and hits a fader. This freshman is really good. 5-star out of Greenfield, Indiana. 49-48, Gators. Flan, chest pass to Houck, left to the top. Into the paint, halfway down, a catch for Chinyelu, turns into a right hook, and scores with 2 defenders facing him up. 51-48.
Deep touch for Rubin, easy tip.
6 boards, 8 points for Chinyelu. Handed off the ball on the center jump circle. Long chest pass caught by Malachi Smith, wing left. He's back in off the bench. He'll dribble to the top, working between the circles against Flan, guarding him with space. Pass wing right for ball, trying to shake Lucas Kajar into the paint. Ryba catches, turns, shoots, left of the rim, missed it. Rebound, Chinyelu beat Caravan to it. Caravan down to the end of the play. Power play, Flan, wing right, bank shot for 3, won't go. Rebound tip by Chinyelu, but grabbed by Smith, who races to the other end. He'll peel off wing right, handed the ball, fumbled it, saved by the trailing Caravan for UConn. Reset to Smith on the right angle. Guarded by Houck out there on the perimeter. Puts his head down. Smith drives, shovels in the lane. Easy catch and score. The left hand of Ryba. Yeah, it's tough.
One of the few breakdowns the second half. Just too easy to the rim.
51-50 Florida. Leading ball to our left off a high middle screen. Flan to the rim. Layup no. And an offensive foul. And Flan called for a second offensive foul tonight. Again on the whistle of James Breeding. And Golden's hot. He might have to get Flan out here. It'll be his 4th foul. Wait a minute. Wave that off. It's Houck who gets charged.
Tommy sealing on Boogie's drive. They said he an illegal screen on his post seal. Tough call.
Takes us to a timeout. 10:05 to go in the second half. 1-point game. 18th ranked Florida 51. 5th ranked UConn 50. In New York at the Jimmy V Classic. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Florida Farm Bureau members get free tickets to select Gators men's basketball games. Visit myffbf.org to sign into your account, then follow the prompts for attractions and sports and sporting events to get your 2 free tickets. Tickets are offered on a first-come, first-served basis and are subject to availability. Not a Farm Bureau member? Visit myffbf.org and register to become a member today. Florida Farm Bureau Insurance, proud to support Gators athletics.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get 1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through January 5th, 2026. Offer entitles 1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with standard retailer lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
The Gators are on the road with Geico. It feels good to Geico. This is Gators basketball.
The head ball coach scores again. Steve Sprayer's Head Beer Coach 1966 lager is available at Exactech Arena and at most retail stores in North Central Florida. Crisp and refreshing Head Beer Coach 1966 lager. Made by Gators for Gators. Please drink responsibly.
Aced it again. Oliver will be proud.
Too bad it's too late for him.
No, too late for most everybody. We just crossed 11 o'clock here at Madison Square Garden. Let's pause 10 seconds and allow our stations to identify themselves. 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield. Sean Kelly, Lee Humphrey at the Geico broadcast booth inside the world's most famous arena. 1-point lead for Florida, 51-50 with 10:05 to go. Gators trying to upset 5th-ranked UConn. 10 minutes to play. Huskies ball into the timeout. Mullins to the right wing, hands it off to Jaden Ross. Ross sends it over the top of the arc to his left. That's where Smith holds now. Cutting Mullins along the baseline, catches wing left. I'll feed the post now. Chinyalu knocked it loose to Reed. Reed saves it for UConn. 6 to shoot. Hand it off to Smith. Lee trying to stay in front of him defensively. Smith to his left. Rises. Contested 15-footer. Good to beat the shot clock buzzer.
That was great defense from Xavier, too.
UConn leads at 52-51. Big high middle screen by Chinyalu. Lee freezes, keeps the dribble alive, gets into the top of the paint, steps downhill and steps into a foul. UConn wants a traveling violation called. Instead, a foul on UConn's going to put Xavier Lee at the line where he's 6 for 7 tonight. Foul on Jaden Ross.
Crafty move from Xavier. Yeah. He was in a bad spot.
He was. He was in a load of trouble. Well, the Gators shooting 69% and a half. They're at the line for the first time at the 9:20 mark. Free throws good by Lee. He's got 18 points. Lee had 20 against Providence back on November the 28th. His career high was when he was in the Ivy League. He hit 33 on 2 occasions. Second free throw is good. So 19 for Lee to lead all scorers. Solo Ball has 12 to lead UConn, but Ball has not scored in the second half. He's on the bench. Reed catches top of the arc. They'll leave him there. Hand off to Mullins. He's a problem. And he's fouled. In a lock and trail here, Klavjar commits the foul. At 9:08 to go in the second half.
Mullins is tough. 6'6", smooth.
Yeah. 15 foul on Florida. Gators' largest lead 7 back in the first half. UConn's largest lead was 10, also in the first half, led by 7 to start the half. Gators by 1. Caravan to Mullins. Mullins drives to the right wing. Got to get some help. Goes to the rim and lays it up and in. Nobody came to help from the weak side. Layup good. Was it an elbow screen that kind of freed him up?
It was, and I thought Ruben had a chance to come over, but he didn't.
Gators have 7 blocks in the game. Lee on the right angle, down by 1. Give to C.J. Ingram, almost turned it over, saved by Conn at top of the arc. Dribbles down the left side of the lane, lays it up too hard off the glass. Ball fumbled out of bounds off Connecticut. 10 on the shot clock. Did that not hit the rim?
I don't think it did.
It did. We just saw the replay. Just missed the front of the rim.
CJ with 10 minutes now played tonight.
Yeah. Trying to give him a chance to win a big job off the bench. Into Klobjar, corner right. They've bottled him up. They have not let him shoot. Klobjar dribbles to the edge of the circle, shoots. Missed a fader from about 17 feet. Rebound, Connecticut. Yeah, I can see why they don't want Irby to shoot. He's been hot here of late. 15 for his last 35. Drive and kick to the right wing. Pass fake by Ross. Fumbled pass, picked up wing right. Mid-range jumper won't go over Smith. Chinyelu rebounds, got undercut by 2. Odd numbers to the other end. Klobjar catches wing left and then hits a spinning Houck in the lane for a layup. What an assist.
Took advantage of 2 UConn guys being down on the floor. Easy, fast break.
55-54 Florida. 7:50 to go. We got a screamer in the making here. Reed hands it off. Above the left foul line extended. Outside the three-point line to Smith. Off the curl. Catch and shoot. Good. Mullins. The mid-range working for UConn now. Lead back to the Huskies at 56-55. UConn shooting 35% in the half. Lee drives to the top of the arc. Picks it up halfway down the lane. Goes out to Klobjar. Picked up quickly by Smith. Quick feed to his right to Condon. Dribble handoff for Lee. Same side of the floor. Zabian into the paint. Got his defender on his back. Layup blocked from behind by the help defender Caravan. Loose ball for UConn. Up the floor to Caravan. Wing right for 3. Good. In transition. That hurts. 59-55 UConn.
Caravan he's shooting the ball well. You can't leave him open like that.
Todd Golden calls timeout. And primarily to scream into the ear of Doug Shows, the crew chief. Momentum back to the Huskies. Shows barking right back at Golden. We'll let cooler heads prevail. 7:04 to go. 5th-ranked UConn 59, Florida 55 on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
It's game time, and as the Gators hoop action heat up, there's only one way to cool down. Shock Top Belgian White. Shock your world. This refreshing beer brings a burst of citrus to your glass, making it the perfect choice for cheering on the Gators. Whether you're a rowdy reptile or watching it from the couch, Shock Top Belgian White is a slam dunk for all the nail-biting buzzer beaters and unforgettable alley-oops. Shock Jump. Shock Top, the official craft beer of the Florida Gators, your 2025 men's college basketball national champions. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Shock Top Brewing Company. Learn more at shocktop.com.
This is Gators basketball from Learfield.
Calling all Gators, students, alum, and diehards who bleed orange and blue. VyStar Credit Union and UF Athletics are teaming up to earn you more green. Sign up for the VyStar UF Gators credit card and get up to 20% off select Gators home game tickets. Plus, you can get a $150 bonus and up to 3% cash back on purchases when you use your new card. Whether you swipe at the swamp or tap around town, earn more. Visit VyStarCU.org to learn more. VyStar Credit Union. Go Gators. Get cash back. Federally insured by NCAA. Bonus offer subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit VyStarCU.org for full details.
International Diamond Center is proud to be the first and only official jeweler of the Florida Gators. This is Florida's premier jeweler. IDC's selection is second to none with direct importer prices on exquisite diamonds, world-renowned designer engagement rings, one-of-a-kind fashion jewelry, and elegant Swiss timepieces. Gators fans deserve the best, and IDC delivers with world-class service and the strongest warranties in the industry. International Diamond Center, where Gator Nation shops for jewelry.
Great to be a Florida Gator, especially one who scores big by saving lives. You have the power to give others a second chance in life by donating blood with One Blood, the official blood center sponsor of the Florida Gators. Visit oneblood.org to find a Big Red Bus blood drive near you. UConn this season, 7-0 when leading at half. They led by 7 at the break. They surrendered the lead to Florida, but are now back on top by 4, thanks to a couple big threes by Alex Caravan. It's 59-55. UConn leads Florida with 7:04 to go here at Madison Square Garden. The Huskies are 1-8 all time against the defending national champ. On the floor for Todd Golden, Condon and Houck, Hanlockton, Lee and Fland. UConn, Terrace Reed, Jaden Ross, Alex Caravan, Mullins, the freshman, and Malachi Smith. Throwing the ball out of their own timeout. Out of a horn set, give to Condon coming off the left high post. To his right to Hanlockton. Takes the dribble handoff to Houck. He cuts, can't get it to him. Release back front court right to Lee. Over to Condon. Shirt tail out. Dribbles right, then left. Hands off to Boogie. Boogie off a right jab step. 8 to shoot. Shovels into Hanlockton. Got to get going here. Over to Houck on the right wing. 4 to shoot. Inside. Hanlockton catches block right. Goes up strong. Missed it and missed the rim entirely. And the Gators for the second time tonight commit a shot clock violation. And again, it's a bad possession out of a timeout. It's twice tonight on that.
We wanted Tommy on the wraparound coming after the fake handoff, but UConn did a nice job chasing and it wasn't there.
Gators defense is going to have to crank it back up like they did earlier in this half. Smith between the circles with a 4-point lead. Guarded with space by Fland. Off the left side, screen, curling, catching Mullins in the paint. Hits the screener on a roll, and a catch and a lay-in. Left of the rim for Terrace Reed Jr.
Mullins hurting us with those little pin downs. He's able to curl and get into the paint.
Coming up on the 6-minute mark, 61-55 UConn. Condon looks the man off wing right. Gets hard to the right of the rim. Double team there. Goes up. Strong scores in one. Woo! That's a weight room play for Alex Condon. Good on you, mate. And a chance at the line here for Kondo to cut it to 3.
Great patience from Alex. He was doubled, had Reed and Caravan around him, but he just paused for a second. Reed left him just for a moment, gave him a crack to go to the rim.
You're going to be happy with what I'm about to tell you. Mullins just picked up his 4th. He's got to leave the floor. He's been a problem, as you mentioned.
Him going over to the bench, Sean.
Kondo, big free throw here. It's good. It's 61-58 UConn. Condon's got 10 points and 7 rebounds. 3rd Gator into double figures. 5:50 to play. Smith out of the right front court, drives left. Moving screen by Caravan. He shoved Fland out of the way and takes the ball. Sends it sideline right to Ross. He'll dribble uphill, give it back to Smith. Smith feeds Reed, trying to post up Chinnerly, block right. Traveled with it, turns into a left hook, air ball, out of bounds and off UConn.
Couple more possessions like that, and Reed's going to want to go over to the bench. I mean, he fought Rubin for 20 seconds to get that post touch.
To Rubin's credit, he was getting worked over by Reed Jr. in the early minutes tonight and has really steadied himself. Rubin catches just above the left low post against Caravan. Reed in the neighborhood. Turns, shoots, right hook, back iron, no good. Rebounded by Reed Jr. So still 61-58. Huskies lead in ball. Smith works the dribble toward the left sideline. Now darts back to the top of the arc. 5:05 to go. Coming off the screen. Leaner on the shot. Ball buries the 3. That pin down on the left wing is a problem right now for Florida defensively.
Killing us.
64-58. 4:50 to go. Lee flaring, comes across 2 screens to catch. One of those screeners, Condon, pops out the ticket from him, top of the arc. Dribble handoff to Houck. Spins wing right. Gets under the rim. Scooper from behind the backboard, no good. Rebound, and a race to the other end for UConn. Euro step to the rim. Layup good for Malachi Smith. The Gators are in trouble, and we'll call a timeout. It's a 30. We'll keep it right here. It probably will come a full. And with 4:29 to go, UConn with some breathing room after surrendering a 7-point lead. UConn up by 8. And now a full timeout. We'll take the break. 4:29 to go at MSG. 5th-ranked UConn 66, Florida 58 on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
as the official wealth management team of the Florida Gators. Talon Wealth gives a cheer for the orange and blue when our Gators take a chomp out of their competition. But we react differently. When products like mutual funds, annuities, or even REITs takes a chomp out of someone's retirement, are you receiving the value you're paying for? Compare what Talon's been doing to what you've been doing for free. Visit guardingyournestegg.com.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. License B05634. Compensation was paid to Olivia for partnership with the Gators as of January 2023.
Gator Nation, this season it's time to act for the greener good. UF and GFL are making great strides to reduce our footprint, and you can help. Recyclable and compostable paper products, cups, straws, and food waste receptacles are available at the arena. Look for the signs and put it in the right can, Greener Gator fan. Think green as you cheer on the orange and blue. Call GFL at 352-377-0800 or visit us at gflenv.com. GFL, green for life.
The head ball coach scores again. Steve Spurrier's head beer coach 1966 American Lager is now available everywhere at Exactech Arena. Smooth and refreshing with just enough of a crisp finish. Also available at most places you buy beer. If you don't see it, ask for it.
A beer made by Gators for Gators. Make a great play and enjoy a cold one today.
Steve Spurrier's head beer coach 1966 American Lager. Please drink responsibly.
The Gators are on the road with Geico. It feels good to Geico. This is Gators basketball.
Publix Supermarket is proud to be the official supermarket of the Florida Gators. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Home soon, I promise you at some point. Gators still have a late night to go and still 4:29 to play here. Florida will travel over 13,000 miles in non-conference play this year. And a late night start here about 9:30 Eastern time at Madison Square Garden. We're down to just 4:29 left. Unfortunately, Lee Humphrey, UConn's found some footing, and they lead at 66-58.
Like in the first half, about this time at the same half, that's when they went on their big run, where they hit 10 of 11 shots, and they were super efficient on the offensive end, just surgical in their execution, and that's how they've been the last few minutes. The pin-down action at the elbow has really hurt us. They've got some shots. They've been able to get some curls into the paint, and it's really opened up the looks for them.
Gators might need some threes, and that's been hard to come by. 27% as a team coming into tonight, worst among all Power 4 conference teams. On the floor, out of the timeout for Florida, Fland, Lee, Hauk, Condon, and Chinulu, the starting five.
We haven't taken many threes tonight, only 13 attempts.
Gators 3 of 13. Fland to Condon in that horn set. Above the left high post, hand it back to Fland. Fland turns, goes to the lane, attacks the rim, and draws a foul. I think they may have tagged Terrace Reed, the junior, with his fourth.
We're going to the line for our 22nd and 23rd free throw.
Yeah.
UConn still only 2 for 4 from the game.
That's crazy.
Hasn't shot a free throw the second half.
4 on Reed. Free throw, good. Oh boy, it hit the back of the rim going up, and I didn't know if it was going to go in. It was airborne there for a minute.
Only New Yorkers get that kind of outs in Madison Square Garden.
Speaking of airborne, I've been reading, Lee, this book on anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Second free throw is good.
I don't know if your joke is better or mine from last night, Sean.
Yours was pretty good. You want to share?
In the next free moment, I will.
66-60. 4:08 to go. Caravan at the top of the arc. Sends it to his right to Silas Demery, the former Georgia Bulldog. Off the high middle screen. Ball now down the left side of the lane. Rises, shoots, missed it halfway down the paint. Cleared by Chinulu. 66-60. 3:50 to go. Driving right of a high middle screen. Fland now works the dribble to the left wing. Spin, throws out to Condon. Off the baseline, Lee comes to take it. Jump pass wing right. Hauk feeds Condon. Catches block right against Caravan. Trying to face up. Here comes the dig down. Step through it to the rim. Scoop shot. Good for Condon. Boy, he was patient and it worked.
4 points. Couple nice finishes in these last few possessions from Alex.
66-62. Condon's got a dozen. Timeout Huskies. We'll keep it right here with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
Big bucket from Alex right there. You could feel UConn with all the momentum. We needed something to stop it. We got to stop it and score.
Florida's winning the half 30-27. But again, if you're just joining us, and if you are, you must have worked the late shift. It was a 7-point advantage for the Huskies coming out of the halftime locker room. UConn held to 41% shooting in this half as opposed to 50% for the game.
Their shooting numbers are really great. 50% from the field. They're 47% from three at 8 and 7 for 17, but it's the free throw line. Us 17 for 23 on the game. UConn only with 2 makes.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Rebounding is in our favor. We're up 9 on the glass. We've done a really nice job this second half. Paint points are even at 32-32. It's a category we lost in the first half.
So improvement there. A very good start to the second half. In a game that's now featured 4 ties and 8 lead changes. Florida's only led for 7 minutes and 35 seconds of the ball game. Can they find a way to have the lead when that clock has zeros across? So both teams huddling up. 3:20 to go. The Gators have 0 timeouts remaining.
Wow. You don't see us get down to the end of the game without timeouts. Hardly that I can remember with Coach Golden.
I don't either. You'll have to make use of when UConn wants to stop it. The Huskies have 2 timeouts remaining. Pair of 30s. Huskies out of their own timeout will inbound sideline left on their offensive end, up by 4. Condon will try and deny the inbounds pass. He is right in front of Caravan, who receives the ball from Doug Schaus. He'll throw it to the backcourt where Demery's got it, and he'll bring it across against Boogie Fland. They really space the floor here. Driving to his right to take a vacated screen and roll over there is Demery. Oh, the right foul line extended. Here comes Ryba to screen, step into a 3. Demery missed it. 1-arm rebound for Condon. The Gators get a big stop out of the timeout on a missed shot. Reed Jr. will check in next dead ball. Gators can make it a 1-possession game with a good trip here. Lee gives to Condon, who popped off the elbow. His catch and sink to the left low post against Caravan. Turns into a right hook. Back iron, no. Rebound. Chinyulu fouled on his way back up. Couldn't finish on second chance. Chinyulu's got to hit both of his free throws here in order to make this a 2-point game.
I like Alex. Has been good in the post. We cleared it out, so he had a solo on the block. He turns middle and draws the double team. So if he can get the shot up over that double team, it really opens up the rebounding opportunity for Rubin.
Mullins still on the floor. It's his 5th foul. UConn subbed a couple of guys. Mullins has got to come out. So the freshman, who had 6 points, fouls out with 2:40 to go. Chinyulu at the line, not just to cut at the 2, but to get to another double-double. He's got 8 points and 10 rebounds. It'd be his 5th double-double in his 9th career. And he'll have to wait a little longer because he missed the front end and rattled out. Florida 17 of 24 at the line with that miss. 2:40 to go. Missed them both. Rebound Connecticut. Oh, wow, that hurts. Demery between the circles. Now you'll start counting possessions. Under 2.5 minutes to play. And a foul. I think Condon. Nope, Lee. Lee hooked the man trying to screen him, it looks like. Yep. The ball was coming to Caravan, and Lee hooked him on the hip to slow him up. That's what happened. Both teams with 6 fouls now. Bonus after the inbound for both sides. In it goes to Demery in the backcourt. He'll bring it across the Jimmy V Classic logo. 2:20 to play. Demery to his left. Out picks him up on a switch. Pitch and catch with Terrace Reed Jr. Now Demery waits for Caravan to come off that left side wing. Drives down the lane and lays it up and in. No resistance.
Another curl off a pin down. Caravan this time.
68-62. 2 minutes remaining. Need a 3. Condon finds Lee wing right. Lee out of a double. Jump pass to Flan. Catch. Drives the left side of the lane. Peels off. 1:48 to go. Taking too long. Up top to Lee. Retreats with the dribble between the circles. 6 on the shot clock. Step back NBA 3 is an air ball out of bounds. Huskies fans are letting them have it.
Extending into a 1-2-2.
Gators trying to trap near half court. Got the ball tipped. Saved, though, by Malachi Smith. Wow. Gators will drop back into man. And confused defensively for a moment. Smith throws the ball between the circles. 1:18 to go. 8 on the shot clock. Gives it Terrace Reed Jr. at the top of the arc. Chinyalu right on top of him. And he'll foul, it looks like. And it'll be 1 on the bonus. They'll put Terrace Reed Jr. on the line. It's a 62% free throw shooter. With 1:13 to go and Florida down 6.
Head coach was calling for the foul there when they saw that Reed was stuck with the ball. Didn't see how much time was on the shot clock when we made that foul.
It had to be like 3.
Had to be down low. I think coach wanted the foul earlier in the possession.
3 fouls on Chinyalu. So bonus the rest of the way for both teams. Front end is good for Terrace Reed Jr. He's into double figures. Solo ball out. Jaden Ross will check in for him. Better defender. 69-62. Second free throw. Ripped it. 70-62. Gators have no timeouts. They'll get Reed Jr. out and Ryba in for him at center. And the Gators got to hurry now. 1:10 to go and down 8. Planned to Hauk. Hauk turns, shoots up top for 3. Good! Hauk buries his 3rd 3 of the game.
What a shot from Tommy.
Yeah, and quick, too. 70-65.
I like that design play for Tommy to get the 3. He was out of the horn set. We hit Tommy. He fakes the handoff so he can take it.
Yeah, that fake allows him just a little space, doesn't it?
A little space. Yeah. You don't see that very often to get a 3 at the end of the game or a shot clock.
That could become a deadly shot for him. Full court press by the Gators. Inbound, and Flan deflected it, but they're going to call a foul on Flan, who is knocking it away from Demery. Flan wants a challenge. It's going to put UConn all the way down the other end for 1-1.
I guess if you're defending this the way you would, or calling it like a football game, I think he did have his arm wrapped around his back. It's probably a foul, but he deflected it on the front end.
That's 4 on Boogie Flan. And that'll put Silas Demery at the line. Demery had 21 points for the Bulldogs when Georgia beat Florida in their last loss of the season. Free throw good, and it's 71-65 with 59.6 seconds left. Demery with 5 points tonight. UConn, who didn't shoot free throws basically all night, is hitting their free throws down the stretch. Reed hit 2, now Demery hits 2. Inbound to Flan. Got to hurry again. 72-65. Flan drives left of the screen, down the lane. A whistle before he got into the gather. UConn will foul here and put Boogie Flan at the line. I'm assuming Flan. Fouls on Solo Ball, his 3rd, and it will be Flan to shoot. Chance to score here with the clock stopped.
Right now, Boogie is the only Gator with 4 fouls. Ruben and Tommy have 3, so anyone can foul, but Boogie after these free throws.
Front end's down for Flan. Flan with 5 points tonight. He's only taken 3 field goal attempts. 2 from 3, but both were missed. 3 of his 5 points all at the line. Klobuchar races to the scorer's table. Free throw's good. That'll allow Klobuchar to check in. Urban will get flanned out. It's 72-67. Full court press by the Gators. If they don't steal, how quick do they foul?
Foul right away.
Caravan gets it into Demery. They'll trap Demery in the corner near side. He fumbled it. Oh, and UConn got a timeout called before he turned it over. That'll make now UConn inbound in the coffin corner, 90 feet opposite their own goal, with 49.9 seconds left.
Textbook trap
in
the press. Forced him right into the corner, swallowed him up. He had nowhere to go. Wish we could have picked up that steal, but a good timely timeout from Hurley.
Well, I'm glad that also Florida did not foul in that situation.
You
At
get a
least
good
make
trap.
them burn a timeout, right. I mean, those decisions have to happen in a split second. Like you're thinking, right, just what you said. If we don't get this ball on the inbounds, we got to foul. Well, you didn't get the ball, but the trap makes you make that snap decision not to foul.
You got to go for the steal. With that good of a trap, you got to play it out and see what happens.
What kind of a press can you put in when the ball's going to be inbounded out of the corner like this, Lee?
I think you man up and try to force everything to the baseline again. A pass across the floor. I'd probably go all-out denial.
Well, we saw a buzzer beater in game 1 tonight. BYU survived Clemson. And we're 49.9 seconds away from here and a long way from being decided, frankly. Caravan's the trigger man. Connon trying to deny the inbound. They get it into Demery, and he throws out of a trap to Caravan, and they broke it. Smith gets across. They'll foul him just past half court and put Malachi Smith at the free throw line. 65% free throw shooter, 13 of 20. This will be Smith's first trip to the line tonight.
Glad we got Smith and not Caravan on that foul.
Yes. Well, you're not lying about that. So Chinyelu out. Hauk and Condon in the low post within the guards. Klobuchar, Fland, and Lee. Dan Hurley's going to get Jaden Ross in to replace the center, Terrace Reed Jr. 72-67. If he splits the free throws here, 2-possession game. First one, good. So he'll get the bonus. And it's 73-67. This is a big one here. Raises, shoots, missed it, rebounded by Lee. 6-point lead for UConn. Up the left side to Klobuchar. Drives by Smith, going to the rack, lays it up and in. 73-69. Full court press by the Gators with 38.9 seconds remaining. Caravan shuffling along the baseline. Burns the last timeout that UConn had. Calls timeout. So 30 will keep it right here.
Still a long time to go in this
Yes.
game. 38 seconds, 39 seconds. UConn's going to have to keep making free throws, and we've shown that we can be effective denying the inbound pass. That's 3 timeouts now that UConn has had to burn because of our pressure defense.
Well, a matchup between the last 2 champs has not disappointed, Lee. You got a 4-point game with 38.9 seconds to go. Each team had significant runs in the game. And 8 lead changes, 4 ties. The Gators trying to get 1 more lead change and get out of here with a win over top 5 UConn. It hasn't disappointed, and both teams have made the other uncomfortable in different ways.
A lot of positives to look at in this game either way. Hopefully we can close it out here the last 39 seconds with a flurry and still the win. But the team has shown a lot of heart, a lot of grit, and we've executed pretty well. The only piece that's missing, Sean, is that 3-point shot still.
Plus 10 on the glass for the Gators. Now full court pressure again by Florida. UConn inbounding out of their own timeout. Caravan gets it in and sends it ahead to Demery. They break the press. Solo ball, catches front court left, and Klobuchar fouls him. And we'll send Solo Ball to the free throw line where he's 85%, and this is double bonus now, so he gets 2 free throws with 33.8 seconds left. And UConn has only missed 1 free throw in the half. They're 5 of 6. Solo Ball, their leading scorer with 15 points at the line. He's been unable to get that turnover. That ball rolled off the rim. No good. Okay, 5-point game at worst. Chinaloo out, Flan back in.
Push it right down the rim again, try to get a quick layup. Urban did a nice job on the last possession, taking what the defense gave him.
Yeah, you don't need a 3. Got the second free throw, so it's 74-69. Lee into Flan. The Bronx native will bring it up. Works left of a Conant screen. Pauses, drives. Got by 2 defenders, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Conant back up and in on second chance right at the rim. 23 seconds remaining. And it goes to Ball, and they have to foul him again. They're using the sidelines here now to break the Gators' press. So 21.6 seconds remaining. It's 74-71. Fouls on Hauk. This is 4th. So Fland has 4 and Hauk has 4. First free throw, good. Barely moved the net. 17 for Solo Ball. 4-point lead for UConn. Again, no timeouts on either side. And he sank them both. 76-71. Into Flan. Flan up the center of the floor. Jogging with it. Drives left. Gets to the rim, left of the goal. Lays it up and in. 76-73. Inbound. And a trap in front of the Gators bench. And Jaden Ross fumbled it out of bounds into the Florida bench. The Gators get the ball on the right sideline. Down 3 with 9.4 seconds left. The shot clock is dark. It finally happened.
That was a heads-up play from Tommy because he could have easily given the foul and it wouldn't have been a bad play, but he saw that ball was uncomfortable in a bad spot right in front of our bench. Forces the turnover.
3 to tie. Flan on the trigger next to his own bench. Hauk, Kahn, and Klobjar and Lee scattered about. Klobjar cuts in front of Flan. Flan looking, got to get it in. Oh, and they called a 5-second violation. How quick was that?
That was a quick 5 seconds, Sean. Can we get a replay?
Oh, you got to be kidding me. UConn gets it back with 9.4 to go. They'll have to foul. Oh, and they got to run out to the other end. And a foul on Flan catching up to the streaking Solo Ball who was going for an open layup. Put Ball back on the line with 7.6 to go. Flan's 5th foul.
That was close to being clean and off balls.
I'd almost challenge it.
Can we challenge?
No, you don't have a timeout. But you're right, no timeout. Both teams huddle up as Flan will be replaced, disqualified here with 7.6 seconds to go. I cannot believe James Breeding called a 5-second violation on that inbound.
The ball was leaving his hand as that 5-second count was called.
Always got to insert yourself.
That's a tough situation there because you would you'd always want to draw up a set play right there. Deep in the corner, not an easy place to inbound the ball, and UConn did do a nice job pressuring, taking away our cutters.
2 shots for Solo Ball. First one's good, and it's a 4-point lead. 77-73. Oh my gosh. I just want to throw this iPad onto the floor. Missed the second. Up the floor to Lee. Lee to the top of the arc. Lobs for the rim for Condon. Caught it deep over to Lee, and he shoots for 3 at the horn. It doesn't matter. The ball game's over. 5th-ranked UConn beats 18th-ranked Florida. Final score, Huskies 77, Florida 73. Back to MSG after this on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get 1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through January 5th, 2026. Offer entitles 1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with standard retailer lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
My best friend Riley loved going to the beach. She was a great swimmer. Then one day, during a swim meet, she collapsed. She had cancer, Hodgkin lymphoma. She spent months getting care at UF Health. The doctors did so much, even put her in a clinical trial. I wish we could go to the beach right now, but she's working.
Out of the water.
She's on lifeguard duty. Maybe we'll head out when her shift is done.
UF Health. Human progress has no finish line.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.